Welcome back, beautiful souls. This is Soldier of Light reporting for duty. And just wanted to touch bases with you guys this week and do some readings for you guys. Uh, thank you for all the well wishes that I received the last few days about clearing some energies that I had to get rid of. I've released that energy into the light, and it was a very powerful and old energy. So it took a lot out of me for me the last 4 or 5 days or so to finally release this thing, and I finally was able to. The good news is I was able to heal my wife as well through this process. So I really appreciate your guys's well wishes because the energy I received was amazing and it helped me kind of boost my energy up as well. So I just wanted to touch base with you guys and hopefully answer some questions that some of you guys may have. And I always thank you guys in advance for all the people who donate and send super stickers. It's very, very greatly appreciated. And I try to give you guys the best readings that I possibly can for all those who listen to this and who watch this video as well. And I hope that some of these messages that I get for some of the Soul Tribe will resonate with you too, because I feel that a lot of these messages are for the collective as well. And I also put out a little video today just to put out in general for the public, just kind of what Spirit had, and it's boiling down to we're in the process of healing, and this healing sometimes is it's a difficult process at times in order for us to grow, but I feel like it's necessary for us to evolve as a spirit, because that's what we are. We're not evolving as a flesh suit, we're evolving as a spirit, and we just have this construct of this flesh skin that we have that kind of keeps us here in this plane, but our goal is for ascension in the higher realms. So there's going to come some bumps in the road with this stuff, and I feel like even the readings I did for people today and the healings, it's boiling down to a lot of old traumas, a lot of traumas for a lot of people. And like I mentioned before, I've had traumas as well myself. But if we continue to work on things every day, it's further behind us. We just don't want to keep pulling that energy forward and bringing it into our reality, because that past experience, we bring it into our present. It's just like it happened right now, live. And the energy is the same, no matter if it happened before or happened after, or right in this present. So the important thing is just to continue to move on, release all this burden that you've been holding. Every one of us has it. And it could be from multiple lifetimes, it could be from this lifetime, but we have to let it go. That's how we're going to heal ourselves and heal this timeline, ascend us into a higher timeline together, is working on ourselves. So I just want you guys to know that some of this the message that hopefully that resonated with you guys today on that little video I pulled for everybody. Just keep working on yourself. That's where it starts. And the first one, I apologize. I'm going to look through. If I miss your question during this live, like I always do, I'll read the comments afterwards. So if you give me some feedback about how your reading goes, if I miss your question and I see that I missed your question in response, I will put it in the comment section for you afterwards. So just look through the comment section and I'll be sure to answer that for you. Feedback as well in the open chat. Good, bad, indifferent, it doesn't matter. I just like to get feedback because I always go through and I read the comments after the show closes, so I can kind of get some feedback for me when I read for you guys. So if you would do that for me, I really greatly appreciate it. So first person I see that on my list, at least when I'm pulling cards, it looks like Moniqueness. So I'm going to go with you first. What message did the Bluebird have for me? Well, one card just jumped out at me. So the Hierophant. We'll see where that goes. All right. Funny thing is, okay, so I have the Hierophant first. So that tells me that there's I feel like they're coming to you intuitively through that Bluebird. And I feel like it could be something, maybe a guide, some type of off world guide, or some type of spiritual guide that you have that's manifesting. And I feel with the purpose of the bluebird, they're telling me something about forgiveness. There's something you have to forgive. And I feel like this, they come to you to bring you wisdom to help you progress. Because I have the hermit card after that. So this soul, or this energy that's coming to you, is a very old soul. I feel you are a very old soul as well, and maybe you've been doing some soul searching, regarding your life or some of the experiences that you've had. And I feel like these are things like, maybe you're alone more. I feel like maybe that's the reason why that this bird is telling you maybe to go inside more, and meditate if you haven't, and kind of start to go through things, in your soul, like in soul search of how you want things to progress, how you want them to heal. Because I have the world card. So that tells me that there's something coming to a completion. So I feel like it's a message telling you that the whatever you've been going to, maybe you've been or talking or creative intuitively sending messages. And I feel like this is what this guide is coming through you to. It's to explain things. Things are going to come to completion with the world card. Things are going to get better, for your situation. Fulfillment. Things are moving. So I feel like this bird, this spirit travels, and they come in and they speak with you. I have the Three of Swords. That tells me there's something going on that's bothered you. You have some type of heartache, some heartbreak, some loss, and I feel like that's something that they're there to help kind of steer you and guide you. And I have the Nine of Pentacles, so that's a sovereign card. That's a very proud, that's an independent card for me as well. So it tells me that whatever you're manifesting is telling me that everything is going to be okay. So that's what I feel like. It's to be strong in your own power, self empowerment. That's exactly what I just got. Self empowerment. They want you to, and the fruits of your labor are going to come to fruition. Keep planning, because I have the Two of Wands. Keep progressing. This is part of your progress. So they're letting you know, keep making those plans, keep projecting what you want out, and it will come to fruition. Then I have the Death card. That means something is going to come to an end, and or rebirth and transformation into something new. So that means something is good is happening. So that's what this bird is telling me, or is telling you, is bringing you information, helping you progress. It's telling you to focus on the things you need to release, because you have a lot of heartache and things that you need to let go of. So that's what I get, Moniqueness, and I hope that resonated with you. And thank you for the super sticker. All right, next one I have. I'm just going down the line, guys. Going down the line. All right. Donna Gray. Thank you for the super sticker, Donna. Will our money be lost or will it be replaced in the new market? My entire inheritance is in the stock market. Ooh. Well, let's find out. I feel worry, Donna, in your stomach. I feel the worry there. I got the Page of Swords. So that tells me I feel like there's some fears. There's a lot of gossip and innuendo about some things. So I feel like, this is something that's kind of meant to cause you to be restless almost about it. And I have racing thoughts. So I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles that's coming, this is something that's been worked on. You've been diligent about it. Things are being worked on currently. Looks like that's what this is. I feel truth is going to come out. So what I get from your market, I feel that there's a lot of gossip and innuendo how things may go, but I feel like this is something that's been worked on, and it will be continued to be worked on. It's going to be beneficial. And I feel with the Queen of Swords that there's going to be some truth, communication, things are going to come out that's going to reveal, exactly what's going on. And I have the Six of Pentacles. So that's another tangible for me. A pentacle is a tangible thing. That's a finance. It could be a job, a home. And I have the Six of Pentacles. That tells me there's something coming. It's a gift. There's a gift coming. And there will be balance. So I feel like at times it may be out of balance. So you may see some loss, but I feel there's going to be a gift coming that will rebalance things with that Six of Pentacles. And I have the Strength card. So that tells me that they want you to be strong, courageous, and be open to that abundance that's coming, and to focus on how you want that to project what you how you want this to proceed, by your energy, your intention. And I feel like that's what it is telling me to have you to be strong. Stay strong in what you have been doing and manifest what you need to. Because I have the Two of Swords, so there's been some delays. There's been some difficult decisions about if you should get it out or what you should do with it. I feel you've been weighing this, but the Temperance card comes out, so that tells me in divine timing things are going to be okay, because you're watched over by the divine and the angels. With that, there's hope. They want you to remain calm. That's what I was just told. Calm, be hopeful, and remain hopeful. The Two of Cups. So there's been an agreement already in the background. There's already been an agreement about how this is going to proceed. It's going to be for the benefit of others. There's some type of proposal, a partnership that's in play. Okay. Three of Swords. So I feel there's a lot of grief, there's a lot of heartache, there's a lot of things that we are fearful of that may have happened, that the world may experience. So there may be a down, as I mentioned with that Three of Swords. Maybe people will be fearful of, oh my God, I just lost everything, because I have the World card, which means that will come to completion and move into a new beginning with that beautiful new future. So, and then I have the Six of Wands that tells me yes. So we will see a crash. We will see some heartbreak, but that will be rebirth. There's been an agreement behind the scenes about how to proceed. So people's money I feel, will be revalued and also come back to you. And I have that Six of Wands. That's a victorious card. So public recognition will be brought out to the public. I feel like maybe a financial system or something that's behind it, that will, after this crash, that will be beneficial for you and for others, because it's victorious with that Six of Wands. And the Ace of Pentacles is holding up my deck for the readings. That tells me tangible finances, you will be okay. Okay, Donna, thank you for the super sticker. And I hope that resonated. All right. Well, Soldier, my hubby and I want to retire in December 2023. All right, Marla, let's find out. And her husband want to retire in 2023 by December 2023. Can you tell me how that would work? Do they have enough? Have they done enough? Please and thank you. First card I pull is the Queen of Swords. So that tells me there's going to be some truth coming out. That tells me you guys have you've set up boundaries, you've set a plan into motion. And I feel like you have you have good perspective on what you needed to do to be successful. You're very clear minded. And I have the Emperor card. So that tells me like you guys have taken the lead in your own finances. And I feel like you guys are progressing. You are protected. That tells me also that things are under control. You guys have taken the steps. I have the Devil card in the middle. That tells me the Devil card tells me that there's focus on the negative, or the focus on the financial, as you mentioned with maybe your husband not having enough. That's the pride part. That's the dark part of what I get with the card. That tells me like materialism and not being in a place of not having enough. So that tells me, but it tells me after that I got the King of Swords, and I feel like that's your husband is what that's telling me with spirit right now. That tells me he does too much of this. And same thing with you. That tells me you're an overthinker. He's an overthinker. He's worrying. But what the King of Swords tells me, there's going to be clarity for you guys. You guys have taken the lead, as I mentioned, in this journey. I have the Nine of Pentacles. So that's a very sovereign, very abundant card. So that tells me that you guys, your financial independence is going to come to you. And I feel within the next year that's going to happen, because swords are usually fairly quick. Wands are usually could be days, could be hours and days. Swords can be weeks to months. So if we're talking in considering of months, With swords, I feel yes. I feel by next December, you guys will be retired. I feel like you guys have worked hard for this. But I feel like that you have to let go of the fear of not having enough. But that devil card in them, that's a shadow self, materialistic, worrying about not having enough, or having to make sure you guys are comfortable. But you will be. So, and I feel like that's more related to your husband because of the King of Swords. So he has the clarity. He's done these things already. He's been the leader. You both have moved forward amicably, and but he uses too much of this, and that sometimes gets in the way, and the fear starts to come. So release that, and you guys are going to be beautiful. You're going to be financially abundant with that, and you've done enough with that Knight of Pentacles, is what that tells me. So within the next, I feel maybe 9 months, you guys, 9 months, I feel is a good goal for you guys. All right, and I hope that resonated with you, Marla. Thank you very much. All right. I feel better once I'm off the tour. Okay. All right, Lauren, let's see. Okay. So those are two questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask the first one, and then I'll kind of get some clarification for you, okay? So I got the 3. I got the 3 of Wands. So that tells me that's a progress. You're making progress. You are moving forward, okay? And this tells me also, then I have the 3 of Pentacles. So those are tangible things. So I feel that you will. This is something you're working on. You've been working through this. Maybe you're working with other different people. Maybe you're doing something different as far as your health. So I feel like this is something you've been working on. And I feel like this is telling me that you're making progress in this journey that you've been working on. I have the 8 of Swords as well. So I feel there's a lot of negative thoughts surrounding this. And I feel like maybe that may be a lot of it right now is your fear, and you imprison yourself with the 8 of Swords. So that tells me that there's some type of mentality, like I'm going to be sick forever. I'm not going to get any better. And I feel like that is also part of the journey that you're learning. You have to release that, because I see the 8 of Swords is a self imprisonment. So we have to think outside of that, is what they're telling me, Lauren. Then I have the 9 of Cups. So that tells me your wish will come true. That's a good health card for me. That is a very content card for me. It means you're going to be able to stand proud. You're going to be firm. You're going to I feel good again. And I feel like your wish will come true with that 9 of Cups. So that tells me that you're making the proper plans, that you've been planning something, how you've been progressing with this. You are making progress. Things are moving along. That you've been building something, a foundation. You've been building something. You've been working on it for some time. So you have to release those negative thoughts. That's part of your healing, because you will continue to have these issues if you continue to have that mentality at times, because our thoughts affect our energy inside of our body. So they're telling me that your wish will come true. Things are going to move forward. So I'm going to ask now if where it's caused any permanent damage. So first card I pulled is the 8 of Cups. That's a no. That's a no. So there's ill health, but you're walking away from it. You're moving away from that ill health. So that tells me it's not a permanent, because then after that I have the Empress card. That tells me that's a healing card. That's a nurturing card. So I feel like maybe you've been nurturing yourself a little more, healing yourself. And I feel like things are going to come. Good health is coming for you. That tells me that you're going to be back to being rooted, being grounded, in the nurturing self that you, and the nurturing that you, and this is part of your evolution, was this telling me, because you've taken action. I have the Strength card. So that tells me everything I need to know, is that they want you to be strong, continue to fight, be open to love, receiving and giving, okay? And the healing part of it, you have all the tools that you need, but you need to release those negative thoughts, is what they're telling me, in order for you to continue to progress and heal and keep the sickness away from you, by keeping your vibe as high as you can when you can. Okay, that's what you want to try to do is try to get better every day and project that into the universe. Okay, and I feel with the Eight of Wands holding up my deck, um, things are going to come to you quicker than you feel. I feel like news is going to come to you soon, sooner than later. That is going to renew you and give you renewed energy. Okay, to continue to move forward. So things are changing for you soon. So just keep the faith, keep that positivity, and all will be well. All right, Lauren. Thank you for the super. All right. Let's find out. I was actually going to start talking to Spirit today before I got on the show, and I actually didn't jump on soon enough. But I was going to ask about some of my stuff, some of my gifts that I've had. I learned some new things about myself with just my moon sign alone, about how things progress in my life, and it makes total sense. A lot of the stuff that I've been learning with astrology is pretty crazy. So very good. So that's why I was gonna start pulling about some of these gifts that I have and explain, see if tarot can and the spirits can kind of give me. See, my light just was bright right there. So that tells me that they want. That's what I'm. I feel like they want me to do that, and they're going to open up new gifts for me. Is that's what I'm going for. I want to open more gifts. So I'm going to try to connect as much as I can. So let's see what we got. World country. All right. Well, the first card I pulled is the Sun card. So that tells me there was a lot of vitality around your previous lives, and I feel like there was a lot of very pleasure and all was well. I feel like you were just a very vibrant energy, and I because I have the Six of Pentacles after that, so I feel you've lived maybe at least six lifetimes or at least that many, and I feel like or six reincarnations because those are tangible things. I feel like you were very wealthy and but you were very generous in previous lifetimes, so I feel like you were very giving, you were very open, you enjoyed life, and you had abundance, I feel. And I feel like you were open, you were charitable to others, is what I feel. And I have the Moon card, so I feel also that maybe you had some premonitions in, so maybe you were gifted. I feel in these multiple lifetimes, you've had this renewed energy, and you've connected with your spirit so many times. And I feel like even in your dreams now, I feel you connect with maybe past life experiences, is what it just told me. I have the Ace of Cups, so I feel you were in love. You had a very strong, loving relationship with yourself as well as others. I feel you were loved, very, very much so, because I have the Ace of Cups. So that tells me you had a strong relationship. Your cup was overflowing. You were very generous. I feel rural country. And I have the Queen of Wands. So what I feel with that is you may have been, I know this, either you were a leader of others somehow, or you were maybe some type of royalty, I feel, but you are a very, very, very respected person in your community, because I have the Queen of Wands. You're very confident, you're very courageous, you had a zest for life and a joy, so you like to spread the joy for others. And I feel like this has kind of continued on in multiple lives, even in this one, is what I feel. But I also feel there's a lot of burdens in the past, the 10 of Wands. So I feel like you had a lot of burdens on your regarding this position. You're very generous, you're very helpful. But I also feel that this also brought you a lot of heartache and a lot of things that you had a lot of things you were juggling. And there was a lot of hard work. And I have the 10 of Pentacles. So that tells me it's a legacy card. So that tells me that you left things behind, a legacy behind you multiple times. Your lineage and the things that you left behind were very, very profitable, very, very good for others around you. And I feel like that's something your family life. But there has been some loss at the time. Every time, obviously, a loss could be loss of life, loss of whatever the situation is. You had some loss throughout these lifetimes, I feel, as well. Possibly lost some children because I have the Page of Pentacles. So maybe you had some loss of some children in previous lifetimes. And I feel like this is something that that you are also very good at manifesting things and bringing things into your reality. But I feel like there was something related to that. But you did make progress with that Three of Wands. So you were expanding. That was part of your expansion process into where you are today. This has all been planned. This whole thing. This is what you agreed to. Is what they just told me, and you're making progress with that Three of Wands. And I have the World card at the base of my deck, so that tells me that this is something you come here to complete karmic cycles. You've been here multiple times to progress your own journey as well as progress others around you in the world. And I hope that that resonated with you, rural country. And thank you for the super sticker. That's of the light being that visited me for a week when I was 17. It's a cool number though, 17. Because when you add 1 and 7 together, it makes 8, which is the infinity sign. Just so you know. Let's find out. I'm going to try to channel that being. They just told me to stop and pull that card out first. So I did. I'm anxious to see what this card is. Ah. Okay, so the first card I get is the Five of Swords. So that tells me there was some type of conflict going on. I feel like maybe conflict in your life or something maybe spiritually you were having confliction with and you were having battles with. Because I have this a Ten of Pentacles comes out after that. So I feel with the Ten of Pentacles, that's maybe the light being is maybe a family member of yours or some type of higher self that's come to you because that's a legacy card. That's people that you're connected to in your family, or you could have been having maybe some disputes possibly at the time with someone that you were close to, maybe within your family or something you had going on, some conflicts. But I feel, or spiritually, that they were there to help you with something that you were battling at the time with that Ten of Pentacles. I have the Page of Pentacles. So you were young. That's a page for me. And I feel that they manifested themselves to you, as you mentioned. That's a manifestation card. So you actually saw this being tangible, like you could see them as if you could touch them, is what I'm seeing here. And I feel like this is something that they were coming to bring you some clarity because I have the Ace of Swords. So that tells me that there were some thoughts, there were some conflicts, as I mentioned with that Five of Swords. I feel like they were there to bring you some clarity, kind of help you progress. I feel like there was maybe some conflicts. That's another conflict card for me. So that tells me that maybe they were help you gain victory with that. I have the Queen of Cups. So they were there to help you, nurture you, heal you. So that's what I feel. Bring you some emotional stability. Maybe you were feeling, I'm not sure what this was going on at the time, but I feel that they were there to intuitively help stabilize you. I feel with whatever you were kind of going through at the time. And I have the Temperance card. So I feel this light being was an angel that you saw. And I feel that this person or this energy came to you to heal you, to bring calmness to you, to bring you hope. And I feel like they're telling me that there was to let you know that you weren't alone, to help you find meaning. I feel is what they were telling me. And I have the Queen of Swords at the base of my deck. So I feel like this energy came to you to help you, to help bring you that clarity, to help you be strong. And I feel like it's what they did was to help you establish yourself again and to have your truths, feel right within your body and your spirit. So I feel like this energy came to you consistently throughout that time every time you got new messages. You may not understand them yet, but I feel you got something and healing from them. So I feel like this was an angel that came and paid a visit to you, and I think that's pretty awesome. And I hope that that resonated with you, Muse. And thank you for the super sticker. Good one. Well, what I would suggest for you, Carol, is there's you can start learning numerology a little bit, like, ones are beginnings, twos, those usually brings balance. Three is like expansions, things like that. There's different things with numerology. Four, brings back, so everything as you work through your numbers, it's going to be from odds, you're going to have unbalance, obviously evens, you're going to have balance again. So it's just there's different fives or temporary changes. Those are things as you progress. So I would say if you learn individual numbers, maybe like 1 through 10, 1 through 9, I feel like when they're multiple repeating numbers, all it does is to me is it just amplifies the message that they're telling you. So I would say if you want to start learning that, there's so much information that you just take what resonates with you, what you feel resonates with you individually when it comes to that. Each number, and that way when you start seeing these things, maybe you start, oh, I understand, maybe. And I also would notice, what I want you to notice, what they just told me right now, they told me to stop talking, and they told me, when you notice these things, they want you to try to recollect what you were thinking about prior to seeing that. That's what they just told me. So if you see these numbers, when you see it, try to remember what you were thinking about prior to seeing that number. And then that's a response, is what they're telling me. But let me find out what they have for you, okay? I got the 4 of Cups, so that's a message that's come to you. It has. You're seeing that, and I feel. I don't know if you've been meditating, but I feel maybe you've been connecting to spirit, but I also feel like you've been contemplating things. So there's a lot of things I feel like energetically you've been trying to do, and I feel like you've been reevaluating situations in your life, even. And when I feel like that's what they're telling me, that they're bringing these messages for your confirmation. I mean, these Knight of Cups, that's a creative way. The Knight of Cups comes up after that, so that's a creative way of bringing a message. That's a messenger. It also tells me that they're letting you know that it's an imaginative way to acknowledge what you've been thinking about, as I mentioned before I pull cards. So I feel like you've been sending messages out either intuitively from your mind and your spirit, and they're responding to you, even though you don't remember what when you see that, you're like, "Ooh, I keep seeing this number." So they want you to remember when you see these numbers, as I mentioned, what you were thinking about prior, because these are responses for you. So they're telling me that's a creative way, because out of love, they do this out of love. That's a romantic, your knight in shining armor. So they're telling me they're coming to you with a message. And that's how they're relaying the message to you. And I have the Two of Wands. So that tells me, the Two of Wands, that you're it's to show you that you're making progress and things are moving along, is what they're just told me. And I feel like you've been making plans, you've been trying to plan things, you've been trying to put this energy out. So they're telling me that that's exactly, they want to acknowledge that you're making this progress. So that's why that you see these numbers that you mentioned. I also have the 7 of Pentacles. Those are tangible things. So mentioned, you have 17, 17 in there, and I have a 7. You also have 22, 22. I also have the Two of Wands. So my point is like these numbers, even 222 adds up to 4. I have a 4 of Cups. So these numbers are constantly playing. So what they're telling me right now is They want you to have the long-term view. So they want you, what they're telling me is don't take the blinders off and look at it from a bigger perspective as you have been. And I feel like that's what they're doing. They're expanding your knowledge and your understanding of a spiritual experience more than an intellectual one. So I feel like that's their creative way of answering you. So your quantum computer can make sense of the spiritual gifts and answerings that you're receiving from them. I have the Eight of Pentacles. That's a tangible thing, something you've been working on, something that it's I feel like it's your repetitive task. That's why you keep seeing repetitive numbers. That's a repetitive task thing for me as well with this card, but it also tells me you're working on this. You're progressing your skills of connecting with spirit. So they're acknowledging that you are working and your skills are growing. The Three of Cups. So they're celebrating that. That's a celebration card for me. The Three of Cups. So you're seeing these, but it's a celebration. So there's these spirits are around you. The spirit guides are around you. They're just telling that this is to bring you some happiness and a smile. And I keep wanting to smile, that when you see these, you almost grin like, wow, I saw it again. Wow. So I feel it even brings you a little bit of joy that you're noticing these things. So this is a way that they celebrate for you, to show you, hey, they want you to acknowledge and they want you to celebrate that as well. And the Knight of Wands. So yeah, it's to bring you passion, energy, to let you know that things are progressing. Keep moving on in your journey. Remain passionate, and things will be well. That Page of Swords. Keep those ideas flowing. Keep those things. Be inquisitive, and acknowledge things. Want to learn new things. Expand. That's what they're telling you. That your spiritual experience is expanding. So continue to learn about yourself and other things that you may want to learn spiritually and otherwise. So they're just saying thank you, and they're acknowledging you and celebrating you. So hope that resonated, Carol, and thank you for your super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker, Cindy. Awesome. Sending you light and love. Thank you very much. Cool little is that a fairy? Looks like a fairy, maybe? That's cool. I hope that's what that is, standing by the horse. All right. Do you have any messages for me? All right, Colleen, let's see what we have. I feel it's going to be a happy one. I just start smiling. So, first card I have is the Four of Swords. So I feel like they want you to rest. I feel like maybe that you're in a renewal. So or you need to focus on renewing yourself and resting. And I feel like there's maybe some recuperation. You need to recuperate. Maybe something you've gone through. And I feel like with that, so you're in a renewal phase, and I have the Magician card after that. So it tells me that you're manifesting something. You're very creative. You're taking action, and you're very action oriented. That's what it tells me. You're very proud. You're very strong. But also, it's telling me that maybe it's time sometimes to pump the brakes a little bit. So I feel like that's something. You're very self confident. I feel you're very skillful. You're very clear minded. And what I have is the Ace of Cups. So I feel like you're very creative, and I also feel that you're very loving and you're very loved. And I feel like maybe you have very good relationships with others. And I also feel like you maybe, like I mentioned, that your intuition, your spirituality is really, really there. I feel like you connect. And that's what they're telling me with the Ace of Cups. The Queen of Wands, I feel like you're very confident. So they're telling me that they want you're very independent, you're very focused on the thing. So that I feel like that makes sense to how your personality, you're very passionate, you're very driven when you do things. But it also tells me with that first card I mentioned, that Four of Swords, the first thing they're telling me is they want you to also rest. You need to take the break sometimes, take a breath, kind of get your bearings and kind of regenerate, re-energize, because I feel like that's something that we don't do enough of, is what they're telling me. Because I have the Ten of Wands, there's a lot of burdens on you. And before I even pulled the card, I already knew. You have a lot of burdens. You're a hard worker. There's a lot of things that you have a lot of moving pieces, is what they're telling me. So I feel like you have a lot of responsibilities. That's what they're telling me right now. But I feel like you have new projects coming, or maybe you're inspired recently. Maybe there's something new that you're looking to do. And I feel like you have an urge to create, urge to do something new, urge to do something. I feel like you get inspired, and you're very passionate when you're inspired. You're going to have new opportunities. I feel this is part of your growth. I feel like things are coming. You're going to have new beginnings. But it also tells me that when you do these projects and you're always constantly go go go, the Five of Pentacles comes around. That tells me that there could be some ill health. There could be some things that you may put yourself energetically in a position where you just beat yourself down, and you just get to the point where you're almost, I feel, exhausted at times, where I just exhausted. I'm just done, and then that's when you're done. Is finally when your body says, "Nope, I'm done now." So that tells me that they want you to watch out for that. That sometimes that could be detrimental to yourself if you're that much of a hard worker. That it will cause you some ill health, and that's what they're telling me. The Queen of Pentacles. So you're very nurturing. You're very practical. You're very giving, and I feel like you're very rooted. You're a very hard worker, and I feel like that's something they're telling me. Your work, you get involved with projects, and you work very hard until you just are exhausted. I feel a lot of times, a lot of burdens, and I have the Moon card. So I feel like even sometimes maybe there's some anxieties when it comes down to all these tasks that you have at times, or these burdens that makes you feel exhausted and you get anxious because your body doesn't feel well, and you don't feel well physically. It's kind of what I'm getting, because I feel like that's an intuition card. Also, I feel like there's some things like you don't trust yourself enough. I feel like you work, but you need to trust your intuition when it's time to pump the brakes. Is what your spirit's telling you is time to pump the brakes, because I feel like sometimes you don't. And I have the Knight of Swords because you're very ambitious. When you're set out. I feel like you're very driven, to get things done. You speak your truth. You run. You hit the ground running when you do things. So they're telling me you're very driven to succeed. So that's why I feel. And I have the Judgment card. So I feel like there's a new phase coming for you, an inner calling. So whatever it is, I feel that you do, you will. If you don't like what you do now, you're gonna like what you do moving forward. You're going to be very. It's a judgment thing, a rebirth, and I feel like this is going to be a calling for you. If you already haven't found your calling, I feel you will have your calling, soon. And I feel like this you're going to be very, very. I feel like it's going to complete you. You're going to feel more complete, by doing what you're doing. So they want you to know that you need to work on yourself. Like, you need to take some time to nurture yourself. That's what they're telling me. You work hard and you put a lot on your plate, but sometimes that can be to your detriment. I feel, mentally and physically and spiritually. It's all connected. So they're telling me you need to rest. That first card I pulled, remember the Four of Swords: rest, renewal, regenerate. That's how you're going to rebirth and move forward and progress even more, by you need to renew yourself. Okay. So take care of yourself, Colleen. And I hope that resonated with you. And thank you for the super sticker. All right. In moving in the future. Well, let's find out. All right. First card I pulled is a Three of Wands. That's a movement card. You have been making plans. And I feel like this is something that's going to happen. That's you're going to have progress. That's a movement. That's a travel card for me. So the Three of Wands, there is going to be some travel, I feel. And this is something you've been working on, I feel, for a little bit of time now. You've been planning this for a while, very strategically. And I feel that at the King of Pentacles, so I feel It's something financially that you maybe you're moving. It's and I have the king of so the pentacles are tangibles as I mentioned. So this is going to bring I feel like uh security for you. This move I feel will you will have enough financially and all this to make I feel like make this move because I have the king. It's going to be good that you're going to have abundance wherever this situation with this move will come to fruition. It will be a good investment for you because I have the pentacles. King of Pentacles is an investment card for me, so it tells me it's going to be a very good investment for you. It's going to be very prosperous. And I have the Ace of Pentacles after that. So I'm not even going to pull anymore. That tells me you're going to make your move. Okay. And I feel it's going to be very, very beneficial for you. And it's going to be a financial opportunity, I feel, is why you're looking to make this move. So I feel like this is something that's karmic in nature. It's going to happen. It's been part of your plan. It's been something you've been manifesting for some time, and it's going to come to fruition. And it's going to bring you. It's going to be an amazing investment for you, and you're going to have this new opportunity. So tangible. My first card is travel. My other two are tangible things: new home, new finance, new job. Those are things that are coming, and those are all. And I have the sun card at the base of my deck. So that tells me that your move is going to be beautiful to this beautiful sunny day, sunny place, wherever you're looking to move. I feel like there's a lot of sunshine where you're moving, and it's going to come to fruition for you as well. So there's going to be, they want me to tell you joy, it's coming to fruition. It will. I promise you, it's coming, and it's going to be very very beneficial financially for you as well. So I hope that that resonated with you, TTF, and thank you for the super sticker. Like I said, don't forget, give me some input so I can read all your comments after the show. Appreciate it. I love to get some feedback. So, am I connected to the real Sleeping Beauty timeline? I didn't even know there really was one. Okay, let's find out. So I get the Hermit card. So the hermit card I get is I feel like you've been soul searching. You've been going inside. So I feel like maybe you feel connected to that. It also tells me you're an old soul. So I feel like this could be, and then I have the Ace of Pentacles after that. So based on what my cards are pulling for me today, I feel like that's a tangible yes. An ace, and especially a pentacle ace, is a tangible thing. So I feel like this is a hermit card. So I feel like things are being brought to light for you, that you're learning this and things are going to be illuminated. So I feel like, that this is part of it. And I have the Wheel of Fortune after that, which is amazing. So I'm just laughing because I've never heard of that before, and I'm kind of tripping out right now. So I didn't even think that was a real thing. But the Wheel of Fortune card after that tells me it's part of your karmic cycle. So yes, I feel like things are going to change. It's destiny. That's a destiny card for me, a turning point. So I feel like it's inevitable. Inevitable fate is going to come to however that Sleeping Beauty scenario came out. And I have the King of Pentacles that came out. So a king or a prince or whatever is gonna wake up Sleeping Beauty because I have the King of Pentacles. So I feel so far, and yes, six of so you're gonna it's a travel. So transition point. This is something that's moving you out of troubled waters. So I feel like very strongly, and I feel like you got this information in your dream because I have the Nine of Swords at the base of my deck. So there's a lot of fear. So maybe this is like dreams that you receive that maybe startled you at times about some of these things that you've been getting. And this may be a creative way that you may have get these thoughts somehow. And I feel like that's what they're telling me. You're in a dream state. So that could be also what that's telling me. So that's exactly what my cards literally verbatim told me. So I hope that that resonated with you, Moniqueness, and thank you for the super sticker. Wow, I learned something new today. That's pretty awesome. Good times, good times. All right. Yep. Sure can. MJOH. So the first card I pull is the Hierophant. That's also a family card. So yes, this is a family home as the first thing, and it's regarding the institution. So the institution of your home, and I feel like this is something that is so it tells me intuitively that this is the first thing. So we're connecting correctly. This is regarding your family. The Ten of Cups. So yes. So when I asked first is will this new couple, the buyers love gardening. So far, I have that's the Hierophant as a family. So there's going to be a family I feel that's going to come. And I also feel that the family, the Ten of Cups. I feel like there's going to be a lot of good things. So yes, I feel like they're going to enjoy gardening. They're going to have some family, and I feel like there's going to be a completion. The Ten of Cups is a completion for you, in your family as well with that ten. And I have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel that so far that this is something a new opportunity. So this is a tangible thing. So it's a yes, you will sell your home, and I feel like this is something that is going to be manifested. It's going to be tangible. So as I'm pulling this, the Temperance card. So I feel intuitively, I feel within the next 3 months that I feel within the next 3 months you'll have an offer. I feel on your home, and I feel like this is something that's you have in yes. The Temperance card, so that tells me there's going to be some divine timing with this. This is a divine timing thing of why this is going to play out. That how I feel, and I feel like this is something like the Temperance. So that means this is divine timing. You've been guided. This whole scenario will be guided and protected by the divine. I also have the Queen of Cups. So I also feel that your mom is there, the Queen of Cups. So she is there helping. She's there helping that. And I feel like this is something that is to things will work out. She's still nurturing and she's still helping the situation along in this journey. And I feel it, like I mentioned, there will be victory. Ace of Swords, it's coming. You are going to have your victory. There's going to be clarity, and I feel like things are going to work out very successful. I have the Queen of Swords, so I feel like things are moving along. She's helping from the other side as well, and you're gonna. She wants you to continue to make the steps that you need to be the leader, continue to push forward, and things will work out. You will have your mental clarity. You will have your victory, and I feel that the next you will have a family that will be the one that will buy the home, and it will be. And your mom is telling me it's she's happy with that because there's going to be love and a very loving family there that will take care of the property. So I hope that resonated with you, and thank you for the super sticker. I sure can. Chip and Joanna. Chip and Joanna. Chip and Joanna Gaines. Let's find out. I didn't receive a single bad card. So I have the Queen of Swords. So I feel that they come from a place of truth and integrity. I have the Ace of Swords after that, so I feel like that's mental clarity, that's victory. I feel like they have great ideas, they're very successful. And I have the Hierophant, so I feel like they do it for their family. I feel like this is a family thing, and that's what they were doing is they're helping other families, is what I get with the Hierophant. And I have the Ten of Cups after that, so that tells me once again that's family fulfillment. That's to help their family life. That's make them better. I feel like that's what they do for others as well. Because I have the Page of Pentacles. It's something that they do. I feel it's to help their kids financially with that Page of Pentacles. And I feel like they're very good at manifesting things and making things happen. I have the Emperor card after that, so they may be undercover or they may be a white hat husband and wife in the HGTV cruise. And I feel because or they're very respected. They're very well leaders in their field. That's what they also could tell me with the Emperor cards. I feel like they come from a place of integrity. They're good at what they do. I have the Justice card after the Emperor, so it tells me that they bring balance. They do things from a place that is integral. They're just, they're fair. I feel, and I have the Temperance card after that, so that tells me that they're very balanced. They're very good-hearted. I feel I don't know who these people are, but I feel that they're good-hearted, and I feel like they're very sensible. They have a purpose, and I feel like this is something that they enjoy doing. Not only helping themselves, it's for the future of their children, but I also feel like it's to help other families as well. And I feel like that's how their gift is. That's what they do. But I have the devil card at the base of my deck holding it up. That just means possibly that they got into it maybe for the money to help, obviously financially, or maybe that's what their focus was is materialistic things. But I don't see anything else. It could mean that there could be darkness around them. I feel like that's maybe what I'm getting right now. I feel that there may be some darkness around them. Maybe the people they work with, maybe the network that they work with. Let me get a clarifying spread and see what they pull. So I'm not going to pull anymore. So I had the Queen of Cups. After that, that tells me yeah. So there's darkness around them, but they're not dark. And I feel like with the Queen of Cups, they're there. Honestly, I feel to help balance out some of the dark, and they actually are there to help people. I feel they help people, and it's a genuine thing because I have the Star card, so they bring hope. They're protected from the divine, and I feel like this is they've had very good. They're spiritually. I feel like they're solid, but I also feel like they have some good fortune. I mean, this is their works are being divinely guided. I feel, and they're very protected with the Temperance card. So I feel they bring hope and joy to others, and I feel like that's what they're doing. So I hope that that resonated with you, and I feel like that's what they're there to do. They're there to spread their light around, but they are surrounded by some dark people. But I don't feel that they're dark, based on every card that I just pulled and what I feel. So I hope that that resonated with you, Mimi's girl, and thank you for the super sticker. Character awaken, dreams causing to go sick. Are there unawakened people that can do this? I have a page of pentacles. That's a soft yes. That tells me that there are some people and they manifest that. They can do that. I feel like that's a skill that they have. And I have that. That's something I feel that was passed down through them, maybe some type of lineage or something. And I feel like that's a gift because it's a divine type of gift. I feel that they're able to do with that Ten of Cups. The Hierophant, I feel like this is something they've been work on. So I feel like this is something they've worked on throughout multiple lifetimes, possibly. I feel like this is something that they're able to continue to grow. I have the star card, so this is an off-world thing. So I feel like that also can mean like portal jumping. So yeah, I feel like this is what I asked about is realities. That's portal jumping and things. So the star card tells me that yeah, these they travel. They're able to travel through realities because I have the strength card because they have the strength to do it. But I feel when it comes to this, they have some type of gift that they've developed, as I mentioned multiple times. The Ace of Cups. So yes, it's a gift. It's something that just flows from them. They're able to do that. They flow freely. They flow freely through the different dimensions. Time travelers, and I feel like they have. That's how they do it spiritually. They do it that way, and I feel like the King of Cups. So yeah, I feel like that's a very empathic card. So I feel like some of these people who are maybe it's a shadow thing that they don't know that they're able to do. That's something I feel with the King of Cups. That could be like a shadow type of gift, something that's kind of cloaked that you may not know about. And I feel like that's something that they're able to do this. I feel like it's a gift of theirs that they've developed over the time. And I feel like the Eight of Wands, so that's a travel card, that's a movement card. So absolutely, I feel like they do jump, and I feel like this gift is gonna start to come to more of them quicker throughout whoever these people are that will get these things. I feel like things are going to start to come quicker as we progress in this energetic field and timeline that we are moving towards of the light. So I feel like these people are going to start to wake up, and they're going to do it quicker than they were expecting or feeling. So I feel, yeah, they feel that they travel quite a bit, believe it or not, and I feel that that's pretty awesome stuff. So hope that resonated with you, DHP Junior, and thank you for the super sticker. Can we get an update on the RV? I hope so. Let's see what we get. Let's see what The Rock is cooking. Actually, I don't like The Rock. I used to love The Rock, but after I found out he was a chomo, then I can't stand The Rock. Well, I was shuffling my cards, and the card that flipped over on its own was the Queen of Pentacles. So that's a financial card. So I'm gonna shuffle here. Financially, that means you're going to be able to provide financially. So I feel like the RV, that's a financial thing coming. Another card I just was shuffling and it popped out on its own, the Two of Cups. So there's been an agreement. Something's been worked on. Something's been worked on. Partnership. Partnership has been, there's something connecting. So there's been a partnership. Something's been worked on, an agreement. So I feel so what I'm getting now, okay, so there's something that happened in the past. I've been working on this in the past. So something's been worked on in the past, some type of tangible thing with financially. I mean, it's been worked on. It's been proposed. It's been talked about. It's been agreed to. But I also had that we have to walk away from the new system. That's what the Eight of Cups is. There's going to be loss. There's going to be fear. We're going to walk away from something with the Eight of Cups. After that, the Lover's card comes out. So it means after we walk away from the system, we're going to have something in place that's going to bring us love, prosperity, and balance. And everything is going to come into an alignment with the Lover's card. That's what that tells me. Two energies become one. I have the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles as well tells me that there's a couple of things have been weighing. So I feel like there's maybe a couple of things that they're trying to weigh and how they're progressing with this. And those are things I feel like how they're managing when they're going to roll this out. They're still working on it. It feels like they're still trying to find the balance to release it. how they're going to release this situation. The King of Wands. So some leader, I feel like someone's going to announce this situation. Some type of leader. They're going this. I feel like we're going to have some challenges that we're going to overcome. We're going to walk away from this. Some leader is going to announce this coming up, and I feel Pentacles. So, and I feel like the Knight of Wands. So I feel like there's something coming militarily. I feel like with the Knight of Wands, they've been working on this. They've been fighting for this. This is something that's coming. And I feel like maybe if we're asking time frame, tarot is not good at that. But I also have, after the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Swords. So that's an imprisonment card. We've been in prison, debt, all that stuff. We've been in prison in this. So that's what they're telling me, that the military is going to step in from the imprisonment. Then I have the Nine of Pentacles. So financially abundant is coming. Sovereign beings. That's a sovereign being is coming. So sovereign being is going to come back to all of us, be very luxurious, confident, full of luxury. So you're going to, all this is coming. So I feel within the next, I'm getting 2 months. 2 months. I feel within the, possibly within the next 2 months, we may find out some things financially. So I feel like things are moving. So there's a couple of options as we're moving forward. Maybe within the next 2 months that we're going to find out, because Pentacles are long. So Pentacles are long term. So Pentacles could be 2 months to 2 years. So I keep getting two. So two could be a cups. There's a Two of Cups in there too. So I feel within the next, possibly the next two months, and my nose is itching. So that may be a sign too. So 2 months that I feel like we may have some progress in this, and we may get some more clarity on the RV in the public domain, because I have the King of Cups. So yeah, I feel like things have been cloaked, things have been shrouded in secrecy for a reason, and I feel like that will come out for as we move in this journey. Okay, and thank you for the super sticker, Florida Island Girl, and I hope that resonated with you. So have faith; it's coming. It's going to be a gift to us, okay? A leader is going to come out and announce something. That's what I feel. All right. Cool. Let's find out. So I'm going to past life. I'm going to pull out my ancestor deck, because one of the cards in there is actually Jesus Christ. So I'm going to pull that one out and see if we can, we'll see what we get. I love it. I love when my spirits work with me. Okay, because I asked specifically if, with Jesus, I'm like, if you could please channel into the cards, please pull the Jesus card if Jesus is involved. Last card I just pulled, so you believe me, right there. So I have a fire guardian. I feel like you were around with Jesus for sure. And I feel like that you were very passionate about being around Jesus. And I have the broken arrow. So that tells me like there was energy. He brought peace. I feel like you were a peaceful person. You knew them. That's what Jesus brought you, peace. And also I feel like it's you brought peace to others. And I have a warrior. So I feel like you were very fearless. You guys went through some things and you were very fearless and you're very strong with that warrior card. So were you a warrior as Christ was? You were for the things you were believing. And I have the great teacher, which I just showed you with the Jesus Christ card. That tells me that he was a teacher. You were learning spiritual experiences, and you had a lot of amazing experiences spiritually with Jesus. I have a knight. So that tells me that once again, you are a fighter of for the good. You continue to protect those around you, and I feel like you were very protective. You're very honest. That tells me you came from a place of integrity. And I got the high priest. So Jesus as well, if you look at, he's an ascended master. I feel like this is something you were one of the disciples, possibly. You knew them or you were very close to Jesus. And I feel like Ed Mary, as maybe some type of religious, you spoke. I don't know if they called it a priest then, but something along that line. I feel like a disciple, some type of person you were definitely part of with that high priest. I have a shield maiden after that. So that tells me that you guys were making plans. You were focusing on how you were putting this message out, I feel, to others. And I feel like that was something peacekeeper, peacekeeper. That's what you guys were doing. You guys were educating, you were bringing peace, you were bringing love. And I feel like this is something that you guys were doing in this time. Spirit Fox. So I feel like that's what you guys did. There was a lot of challenging times, but you guys were maneuvering through that effectively to make the change that you guys were trying to make for people. So it was to help people thrive and to trust in God is what I just got with that stag card. So they want you to trust in God, and that's exactly what you guys did to help people thrive. Is what you taught people. And the Lord comes up. So yes, take charge, authority. I mean, that's something I feel like that's what you guys did was to take charge of their own spirituality is what I feel you guys taught. You guys educated others on how to do that. You spread your love from a place of integrity. And I feel like that's what you guys did. That's why I feel you had a huge part to do with that, Light Being Lisa. And at the base of my deck is the Eagle card. So I feel like you had a very higher perspective of things, and that's what you were ascending. You were learning from Jesus. I feel like that was part of your mission. So I feel like that's something that you were able to see things from a higher perspective, and I feel like that's something you've progressing in this lifetime as well. So I hope that resonated with you, Light Being Lisa, and thank you for the super sticker. All right. Cool reading. What are my gifts? Let's find out. All right. So far, when I'm connecting with your spirit, little angel, I feel you're very calming without pulling any cards. Let me pull some. Wow. All right. So I have the Three of Wands as my first card. So I feel you have a very good you're able to see things, foresight, like see the bigger picture before kind of things happen, almost like you get an overview quickly of things. And I feel like this is something that has been it's a gift of yours, and but you're learning how to. I feel the more you've been tuning in spiritually, that this is telling me that your gifts are growing and you're expanding, and you're starting to learn. So as you progress, you're going to start to develop more gifts. I feel that you have many gifts, but I feel you have three strong, very strong gifts that are going to come to you if you don't already have them. Because I have the Six of Wands. So that tells me you're making progress. And I feel like as you need to have more self confidence in the things that I feel like these gifts that you're going to have, you're going to be recognized for them. And I feel like that's what they're telling me. This is special. This you have special abilities that are going to come to you, and I feel like you're going to be recognized for this. And I feel like public recognition, victory. So these things that you're going to have victory moving forward. You are transitioning. You're moving along in this journey. I have the temperance card after that. So that tells me like this is divine. You have divinely guided gifts. You are watched. I feel like you find meaning in things. You're very sensible, and I feel like you bring a calm. As I mentioned before, I even pulled any cards. I felt in my solar plexus and my heart very calm. So I don't know if you bring calm to others or you bring hope to others. I feel you have a very good, maybe how you communicate is something I feel you help others along. You progress others, maybe when they're feeling stagnant or something like that. I feel. And I feel like when it comes to things, you have the two of swords. So I feel at times that maybe you help others as well. Maybe when they have difficult decisions to make, you're a very sound thinker or very intellectual. You have different ways of presenting the information. I feel intellectually. You're very smart. You can connect. I feel you connect with people very quickly. So they're telling me that's something you have when there's stalemates. But I also feel like a lot of these things with the 10 of wands, that there's some burdens that you have. So I feel like these gifts at times, even though you may look at them as the other way, is almost a burden. Like maybe people come to you energetically, or you have a lot going on and people come to you with their problems. I feel there's a lot of burden on you. And I feel like that's part of the gift that you have, even though you feel at times it may be burdensome. The Emperor card, that tells me you're strong. You're respected. Whatever you do, you're respected. Or people come to you for some type of leadership and guidance. I feel like maybe that's what it is. You're very focused. So I feel like you bring calm to people because you can help them focus when they feel, I don't know how to, this kind of chaotic in their mind is what I see, this crazy chaotic. So I feel like that's part of your gift. Exactly. I love how I just connect. So the next card was the 5 of wands. So that's conflict. So I feel you help people through conflicts. And I feel like that's one of your things that you do. And I also feel you're very good at manifesting. Four of pentacles. So I feel like it's something that you have some gifts in you that you're going to open. You're going to open. But you're holding on to some things, and it tells me that these gifts will open once you release. So you're holding on to something you need to let go of. I feel like you're also very good at manifesting things in the physical, the tangible. I feel like that's something that you are going to, if you're not, you're going to develop that even more, and things are going to start to come to you easier as you go. And I also have the Queen of Swords. So you're very clear. I feel you bring clarity for others. I feel you speak, you think, and you speak truthfully to people. And I feel like that brings calmness. You're very good at communicating. I don't know what you do for a living, but I see I just burp. So that tells me something had to come out. So I feel like you're very good at speaking and very good at listening. So I feel like you have multiple things that helps heal people through that those gifts that you have. Hangman. So yes, you're becoming more enlightened. That tells me you have a lot of sacrifice you put up. So I feel like you're always looking to gain something like knowledge, spirituality, maybe deep insight. Maybe that's what people come to you for, is maybe some insight, some deeper insight that you're able to maybe communicate to them effectively. So I have the 6 of swords at the base of my deck. So it tells me you help people transition, but you also have some emotional baggage I feel you need to let go of. That's for sure. I feel like once you do that, your gifts are going to start to open because you have some blockages, I feel at times, that you're holding on to something. So they're telling me you need to let go. You help people transition. I feel that's what your job is. You help them through the bumpy roads. You help them get out of troubled waters. So I don't know what you do, but I feel intuitively that you people come to you, and if they haven't, they're going to very soon. And I hope that resonated with you, Low Angel. And thank you for your super sticker. No worries. All right, Tammy. Let's see what we get. Past lives. All right. First card I pull is a Three of Swords. So there's been some heartbreak. There's been some loss that's gone on. A lot of pain through your lifetimes. I feel some hurt, but I also feel like these this hurt has been a gift for you, even though it may not have felt like it through your multiple lifetimes. Because I feel like you've been this is a gift. So I feel, but I also feel you've been very generous to things, and I feel like it's something that's you've had some heartbreak. I have the Eight of Cups, so there was a lot of loss, a lot of walking away from things, leaving behind, escaping. So I feel like you were escaping some heartbreak, and you've moved on in this journey. And I feel like you've had some maybe some heartbreak from a previous relationship in your previous lives, because I have the Lovers card. So it was something to do with a partner. I feel in love, and I feel like that's something that's you've had some heartbreak in your past life about heartbreak, loss, walking away from something. I have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel that you desired you desire to try to make things work, and you tried to make things work, and you try to manifest things, but things just didn't work out in this situation. And I feel like this was part of your development, because I have the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like this is something to do with your family life. So I feel throughout these iterations of your lifetimes that you've had problems with your family. I don't know if you have problems with your family members in this current lifetime, but I feel like what they're telling me is maybe there's something there that you have to work on, that continues to happen, because I see a lot of family card here. So there must be something in your previous lifetimes that you're learning to deal with in this lifetime when it comes to your relationships with the people closest to you in your family, is what I feel, because that's a legacy card that you have to, there's something regarding that. And I feel the Fool. That's all. That's what I just said. So the Fool is, this is part of your journey. You're on a new path. So I feel that you need to complete these karmic cycles, break whatever this is, connections, go in spiritually and try to close spiritual doors behind you, release things from your past lives, which you're able to do with your intention. And I feel that this is going to move you into a new beginning with the Fool, a new journey. So you've done this multiple times. You're on this journey, you're continuing on this journey with that Fool, the King of Wands. So I feel like they're telling me that you're going to overcome these challenges. That's what they're telling me. You need to overcome these challenges from your previous lifetimes. And you're very, you're moving along. They want you to be strong, and courageous. You have all the tools that you need. And then I have the Nine of Pentacles. So that tells me that the fruits of your labor are going to come to fruition. You're going to be rewarded. You're going to be very sovereign. You're going to be more whole. You're going to be connected. I feel like these are things, you're going to be very independent, self-sufficient. And I feel like this is part of your progress as a sovereign being of light. I feel like, and being a beautiful light being, that this is part of your journey, that you are going to come to fruition with these things, and you're going to be very, very, very abundant. And I have the Ace of Pentacles. So you will be victorious. Okay. That's the Ace of Pentacles holding up my deck. You're going to be victorious, and things are going to come. This is a blessing. So that's what they're telling me. You have to come, you have some karmic things you have to work on in this lifetime, and work them and close them and get them be done and close that door, and you will blossom. And thank you for the super sticker. And I hope that this resonated with you, Tammy. Thank you very much. Past lives. Joni Lee. Let's find out. See four. Okay, so the first card I pull is the King of Cups. So I feel with that you're some type of leader in a previous life, and I feel possibly that you've lived multiple lives, but I also feel like you're an off-worlder because I have the star card after that. So I feel like you are some type of you brought balance. Also with the star card, I feel like your past lives you brought hope. I feel like that's something that you're here. Spirituality, that's a good. I feel like spiritually you're very connected to off-world and the divine. I feel like that's what you've done. You're a leader. I feel in multiple lifetimes. I have the strength card, so that tells me like that's exactly right. You're very strong. You're very courageous. It also tells me that you're very compassionate. You had a lot of influence in your previous lives or reiterations of these lives. I feel like that was something that you were the star of the show. So I feel you could have been royalty as well, but that King of Cups. That tells me that energetically you could have been in a very high up person as far as an authority figure. You were the star of the show with the star card. That tells me, and you were very, like I said, with the strength card, you were very persuasive. You had a lot of influence in your previous lives. I have the 10 of Cups. So I feel like you also had a strong family life. And I feel like maybe you were definitely a parent in previous lifetimes. And I feel like possibly even a father figure at this, believe it or not, because we can reincarnate into as different energies, female or male, male or female. So I feel like you were possibly some type of leader. You could have been, in multiple lifetimes. I feel like you had a family, your family life. Maybe that's what it is. You're very supportive of your family, and you're very protective. The Hierophant came out after exactly. So the Hierophant came out after that. So I feel like you were part of a institution, maybe off world, part of a group. I feel like you're also. They're telling me like you're very wise. You're very wise with the Hierophants, and you're very connected spiritually. So I feel like you've been guided spiritually every lifetime and reiteration of it. And I feel like that you're here to bring uh, to make sure that things progress with a rule of law, like in a divine law, is what I would just got. You're here to help that movement along, and I love it because I asked my cards to give me this card before I even pull them, and it's a 7 of Pentacles. So I feel that you were also very good at you were a gardener as well. I feel, or you're very good at things. You were very you had a very good outlook on things, very long term. Something you've put into motion multiple times. And I feel like you're a hard worker. Every reiteration of your life, you're a hard worker. So it's something you've been working on for some time. The seeds have been well planted. So this is something a long term that you've been working on multiple times. And I have the 9 of Cups. So I feel it was your wish to keep coming back to these scenarios and continue to work and get better was part of what your agreement was with the divine. And I feel the 9 of Cups that you're very content in your previous lives. You had, very good. I don't see any dark cards. I feel like you had a very good life, and you were very supportive, and you had your wishes were true. They came true. You had luxury. I feel like you were possibly royalty. That's the second royalty card that I have for you. And I had the Page of Swords. So yeah, I feel like there was you're very good at communicating. I feel like there also were multiple people around you that you communicated to others, subordinates around you, is what they're telling me. and the Wheel of Fortune. So you've been here multiple times. This was something you've learned from your mistakes previously, and the things you've done well, you've learned from as well. And I feel like this is karmic. This is part of your destiny, and you are completing things. And I feel like you are making amazing progress in this. And this was inevitable fate. All these things that are continuing to happen is because you've agreed to them. And I have the judgment card. So, yes, that tells me 100% that you were divinely guided. It was your calling. You felt that's why you wanted to come here. You've been, it's to redeem some of the, like you said, redeem some of the mistakes that you made in previous lives, but also to celebrate. And also I feel spirit illuminates or it illuminates some of these things for you. It's your calling illuminates some of these things for you that you've done well. So I feel like this is something that's part of your soul journey. It's karmic in nature. And definitely, I feel like you volunteered with the King of Wands underneath. You volunteered to come here multiple times to progress. So I hope that resonated with you, Joni. And thank you for the super sticker. Okay. I will look. Beachgoer 209. All right. All right. First thing I get the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like they've been manifesting themselves to you. And I feel it's a family member of yours. And I feel like this person, this is. I have the Justice card, so this is something they're telling me that it's to bring. I feel like it's also kind of bring you some balance, maybe just to kind of manifest to you. And I feel like it's definitely friends, family with that Three of Cups. So I feel like this person is coming to you and I feel because you have challenges and things I feel like, or things you're working through, is why that they're starting to show themselves to you. Because I had the Ace of Wands. You just started this new job, and I got the Ace of Wands, which is a new project. So they're telling you things are going to be okay. Because I have the Star card after that. So they're coming to you from a place of spirituality to bring you hope and calmness about how things are moving along in your journey. And I have the Eight of Wands, so I feel like they keep coming to you. I feel like they may come to you even more. um, and I have the King of Pentacles, so I feel like it's a someone in your family that's a male figure for sure, and I feel like they're there to kind of bring you something, some type of tangible message, information, reassurance. I feel like it's to support you. I have the King of Cups, which is emotional support. Once again, that's also a male figure. So I feel like they're there to kind of just watch over you and make sure that to let you know that they're there and everything's going to be okay. Because I have the Hierophant. That's a family card. That's a traditional card. So I feel like there's something. That's why they keep coming to you. I feel because they're connected to you energetically. They're part of your family. I have the Knight of Cups, so they're the knight in shining armor. They're coming to you with messages. They're coming to you creatively, so you understand maybe some of these questions you've been having, or maybe how you've been manifesting or speaking with spirit. I feel like this is their way of they're starting to show themselves to you, and I feel like you're going to pick up pace even more, showing you more, and you're going to start getting messages that are going to start making sense for you that you may not be able to now. So I feel like that's what you're getting, and these messages will come to fruition. That you're going to start to understand them because the King of Pentacles tells me those are tangible things that are you're going to be able to understand. They're here, they're there to help you. They're not there to harm you. That's why you keep seeing them with that Justice card. They're there to bring you balance, to let you know things are going to be okay and they're going to work out for you. So I hope that resonated with you, Beachgoer 209, and thank you for the super sticker. Harley Ray. Thanks for the super sticker, Harley Ray. So, Harley Ray, the first thing I get is the Queen of Wands. So, I know you're very determined on how you guys are moving forward with your business and your lives. You guys have been very determined. I feel you guys you're very focused. You're very focused right now, on how you guys want to progress your business and your life. But I also feel like besides that, I feel like you guys, maybe you're losing some of that zest for life at times because you have a lot going on. So what they're telling you with the Queen of Cups is you need to. That's the next card, the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you're getting, you're intuitively, you've been led to do the crystal shop. Intuitively, you get messages because you want to help and care for others. But it also tells me that you need to nurture yourselves. I feel like you guys work very hard, which I know you do. And I feel like you guys also need to nurture yourself because you heal others, but you need to nurture yourself. And I have the Empress card after that. So this is beautiful. You're going to have beautiful abundance. As if you guys, as you guys are, you're going to grow. Everything is growing for you. And I feel like you're good parenting. Whatever's going on with the parenting situation, I keep getting good parenting. And I also get that this, you guys are evolving. You guys, everything, even your business, I feel is evolving. It's growing. You're evolving and growing. And I feel you guys have taken, you're evolving because you've taken the action that you needed to take, is what they're telling me. The Knight, and then the Knight of Wands comes out. So yes, you're very action oriented. I feel like you guys have been passionate about this and you're working very hard, is what they're telling me. And I feel like this is, you were inspired. You took inspired action, and the Temperance card comes out. So this is inspired action that you were divinely guided to take. This is something that is a calling for you. I feel that because of the crystals and the energy that you work with, I feel like even when you send that good intention out to the people you help with your crystals and your candles and all the beautiful things that you guys send out, I feel like this is a divine calling for you. And I feel like this is something that it gives you meaning. I feel like there's meaning to what you do. It fulfills you. And I feel like they're telling me that they also want you to be patient, because I feel sometimes like maybe I feel like there's some conflict possibly, about maybe how to proceed moving forward. If you stay where you are, move on. I feel like they tell me to, in divine timing, it will work out, to be patient. Okay. And moderation, being moderate, like, don't overwork yourself. Moderation, things will come. Also take time to nurture yourself, is what I get. Because if you don't, I have the Five of Pentacles. That tells me if you don't, there will be ill health. You will start to run your energy down, is what they're telling me. Lack mindset. I keep getting a lack of mindset at times. Do we have enough? Will this be enough? Can we get, those are, I feel like that's what they're telling me. How can we do this better? What can we do? I feel like there's a lot of thoughts that run through through your mind. And I feel like that's something that can wear your energy down and also wear your physical body down because of that. You made a very good investment. with that Four of Pentacles. Very good investment. You're holding on to something, some fears. You're holding on to some things. Things are going to work out. You need to release these things, all of you. Since this is a general about Harley Ray, this is, you guys have some things you need to release. Release, and I feel like there's some control. I feel like there's control issues that we need to push away from. Things we can't control, out of our control, that bothers us. So I feel like they're telling me there's some things that you're not going to be able to control that you need to let go of. Because I have the 10 of Pentacles that tells me you're leaving a legacy behind. You're going to be financially well abundant for not only yourself, but the people you leave behind, or the things you leave behind for the people that are coming after you, your lineage that you're going to leave. It's going to be very, very beautiful and abundant. Queen of Pentacles. Keep working on it. You're telling me you made beautiful investment with your time and your energy. The things you're doing is coming to fruition for you, and it's only going to prosper even more. So they're telling me that the energy you put out is going to come back to you tenfold, um, abundantly, financially, spiritually. It's coming to you, and this is why you've been divinely guided to do this. And the Hierophant, it's a family act. So that tells me continue to keep the family strong. Is how that's why this is magical for you guys. And be supportive of each other. You means you got to also be emotionally supportive of yourself. Don't overwork yourself. You know what I mean? Like, don't push too much to the point where you just burn out. That's some of the things that we do. So they want you to emotionally support yourself. And also, one thing I'm going to say is that follow your heart. That's what I get. Follow your heart with the King of or the Knight of Cups. You help others. You're knight in shining armor for people. It means you're presenting things for people, and this is a gift for you as well, so that things are going to move forward for you. So, and the Page of Pentacles. So you've been manifesting this. So the things you've been working on in divine timing will come to fruition for you. And I see good cards. I see the Six of Cups holding my deck up. So you're working on beautiful nostalgia for your family, something you've been working on for some time. It's a gift that's coming to you guys. That's a gift from the universe that you guys have been moving forward, and you guys will be successful. So keep the faith, continue to work, release some of these burdens. Don't overwork yourself. And I feel you guys are just continuing to just ascend. And I hope that resonated with you, Harley Ray, and thank you for the super sticker. All right. Hour 42 already. Wow, it doesn't seem that long. Was the black triangle I saw in Colorado Springs an ancient alien craft driven by ETs or one of the U.S. military? Well, guess what? I mean, if you saw the picture of mine, I saw a pyramid ship inside the halo of the moon on the lunar eclipse, and I posted that on my YouTube channel. So, believe me, and I've seen visions of the triangle ships. So I'm going to ask to see if it was ETs or U.S. for you, but I've had my experiences with the triangles as well. So I got is Five of Swords. So there's conflict going on. So whatever this was, you might have seen something there was some type of conflict that was going on. And I have the Six of Pentacles. So I feel that they're here to as a gift. So I feel that it's off world. I feel like these are off world people, or beings, because I have the Death card after that. So I feel like they were here to end this conflict. They're here to end this conflict is what I'm getting, because I have the Three of Pentacles after that. So it's a team. It was a team of in this craft, or there's more than one. This is multiple tangible things, multiple ships that you may not have seen, but I feel like this was a conflict that went on. I have the Four of Swords. They were or Four of Wands. They were victorious. So I feel like it was to bring harmony, bring success and bring an ending to the old or whatever this conflict was and bring it to an end. I have the High Priestess card, so I feel it was some type of um, something sacred went on, some type of sacred knowledge that they've been fighting, some type of old ancient knowledge and things that they've been fighting. That's what I feel that this fight has been going on. It's ancient, and I feel like the King of Swords. So yeah, I feel like it's they've been fighting about the truth of our existence. Is what I feel that they've come here to do. Is I feel that the ones that you've seen are good. They're good ETs, and they're here, maybe off world, maybe they're higher ascended versions of ourselves, but I feel that they're here to bring the truth, the conflict that's been going on. And I have Two of Pentacles, so I feel like it's exactly right. I feel like these are things that they've been working on and trying to bring to balance that have been so out of balance for us, is what I feel. The Hierophant, so I feel that these are off world future selves or family members, off world family members, these ETs that we have, because I have the Hierophant. So there's many of them. There's a group of them. They're institutions. That means it's something that is a group of them that was here. King of Pentacles. So they're here to help prosper us. That's prosperity. That's something that they're here to do to support us emotionally. And I feel like because of the loss, the Nine of Swords at the base of my deck, so I feel like the loss and all the anxieties that people have had throughout the time, and all this darkness, I feel that they're here for this battle. And I feel like that's what you saw was one of the off-world ETs that was here for the benefit of humanity, in order to progress us and for us to finally eventually learn our truth of our existence, is what I just got. And I hope that resonated with you, Lady D, and thank you for the super sticker. All right. Oh man, these fools. Lock the user. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks for playing. What message does the universe have for me? First card to get is a Knight of Cups. So that means follow your heart. I feel what they're telling me, the spirit's telling me, is that you've been following your heart. You need to follow your heart more. It also tells me like you're very creative, but it also tells me that there's some type of Prince Charming. I feel like you get intuitive messages or creative messages. Maybe you get in your sleep, possibly because I have the you have a knight in shining armor that's protecting you. I feel from darkness because I have the Devil card after that. So that tells me that maybe your shadow self. Maybe there's some lower frequency energies that hang around, maybe that you interact with on a day to day basis, something along that line. I feel like there's some type of maybe some destructive behaviors at times. I'm not sure, but what it tells me that there's some type of restriction or something that's gone on, or some type of energy that's been around you that I feel you're making progress with, or you're going to move in a new direction. I feel because I have the Chariot card. There's movement. There's going to be victory. So I feel that this person or this energy with spirit, they come to you. You have a knight in shining armor that protects you from darkness, is what that tells me. And I feel like they help you direction. They help you with direction when you need it. And they help you with courage, even if you don't feel it at times. They help you stay strong. So I have the 10 of Cups. That tells me that things are you're divinely loved. That's what they're telling me. They're telling me in your in your near future, I feel that things are going to you're very supported. You're very loved. They're telling me you're very protected. And I feel like the others around you, maybe your family, maybe you're also the universe tells me you have a lot of family members around you that have passed on that protect you, as well as your guides and your angels. I have the judgment card. So they're telling me that absolutely. So you're rebirthing, you're renewing things, you're having an awakening. Right? So they're telling me things are going to move forward for you. You're going to have a calling. I feel you're going to have that wake up call. If you haven't already in your future, you will. You're going to start to wake up and you're going to start to learn things. I feel like you're going to reckoning, there's going to be some reckoning, you're going to have some aha moments. Those are things that you're going to have as you move forward. The hanged man. So things that you've been waiting on, you've been your sacrifices, you're learning things. They tell me you're going to continue to grow spiritually. You're going to become more enlightened. That wake up call with that, and also the hangman, you're going to become more enlightened as you. But you also need to release some things because I have something that I want to burp up right now. So there's something you need to let go of, is what this telling me. But they're telling me that you're making progress with the Three of Wands. You keep planning how you want things to go. They're telling me that you're very good at planning and you're making your the necessary plans to progress in this timeline. And I feel like there's something you have good foresight. You're expanding your knowledge base. You're expanding yourself spiritually, is what they're telling me. New opportunities will come to you. And I feel, and I have the Six of Wands. So they're telling me that there's going to be recognition. You're going to start to recognize these things more and quicker. And I feel like you're making progress, or telling me you're moving along. You're making progress, and have self assurance. How you want things to go. Be more self assured, and you're going to be victorious. Be proud. That's what they're telling me. You need to be proud of yourself again. And I feel, because I feel like there's maybe been some betrayal, possibly, or maybe a little bit of backstabbing that's happened to you in your past. So they're telling me that there's something that you feel maybe people got away with some things, or there's some tricky behaviors. And I also feel that maybe you're very strategic in a lot of things that you do. But it also tells me that those are things that you're making progress from this situation, because there's some burdens. I feel with that ten of wands, there's a lot of burdens, things you've held on to, things you need to release. That test, but it's telling me you have to complete this. This is hard work that you need to put in, that what you've been doing. And I feel that this hard work is going to bring you emotional support. It's going to bring you balance. I feel like you're very empathic. That's what that tells me. You feel energies, and I feel that that's what they're telling you. Want you to work on your energy as well with that Knight of Wands. So that tells me that they want you to continue to move, take action, push forward, fight for the things that you want, and not in a fight in a bad way. I'm saying pursue the things that you need to. Be inspired again. Take inspired action is what they're telling me. Be fearless, because you're divinely guided with the temperance card. So you're watched over. Divine things are going to happen in divine timing. I feel like there's going to be some harmony. Purpose is coming back to your life. If you've had some purpose, kind of you felt you've lost it, it's coming back to your life. Things are going to be renewed. You're going to have that balance again, okay? And to remain hopeful and remain calm, and to continue to connect to the divine, and things will be well, because the Four of Swords is at the base of my deck, which tells me that you're in a renewal phase, you're in a resting phase, you're having to move forward, and release these things from the old as this part of this renewal. Work on yourself, and I feel like things are going to progress for you very beautifully, and that you're divinely guided. So connect with spirit and trust yourself, and trust your spirit guides, and everything will be well. And I hope that resonated with you, Muse. And thank you for the super sticker. All right. Sure will. All right. First card I got is a Three of Swords. So I know there's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of loss from his past. I also feel a lot of pain, physically, emotionally. I feel that there's a lot of that going on. But I also feel that you guys have started to take some action. Things are starting to progress. I feel like you guys received some news, not too distant, that to as far as maybe some hope. Something came to you, and I have that there was some type of institution with the Hierophant, as you mentioned, that some type of institution that you're going to. I feel like that's the news you brought was brought to you or you received, about this institution. And I feel like the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like there's going to be, you guys have been weighing, if you guys weighed a decision if you should have gone to this or not. I feel like that was kind of the, if you're weighing if this can be beneficial or not. But I feel because there's wishful thinking, I feel like you had some choices, and you had a lot of choices about how you want this to go, how you would, hopefully it's going to come. And I have the Ten of Swords after that. So the Ten of Swords tells me that something is coming to an end. Okay, a painful ending. This is coming to an end. So completion is coming, with this. And I feel like the loss, the deep wounds, could be inside internally, whatever this is. I feel like this is going to come to an end, and I feel like that's something that will. And I have the Six of Wands, so I feel like there will be some progress and there will be some victory for the healing, as we go through this. The Magician. So I feel you're taking action, and if he wants to manifest his healing, he is going to be able to do that. Through this, he has the power with all these things he's doing. He's taking action to be able to manifest his health. Two of Cups. So yes, I feel like also emotional support from you, and I feel like this is something that is, he's going to have that. He's going to have that balance again with that Two of Cups. So I feel like he's been out of balance also with that Two of Pentacles. You guys have. I feel like there's going to be balance brought to your lives again, and a Six of Swords. So it's not going to be an immediate healing, but there's going to be transition and movement. And I feel like there's going to be, he has to let go. He's moving out of troubled waters. So things are going to come to an end. He's going to maybe have some painful things that it's going to come to an end, and then we're going to progress. This is a transition point for him. Six of Swords. So there's some things he's got to let go of, fears. He's got to let go of the old. I know that it's hard to do, but you got to start to try to train the mind, and that you're already healed. You're already healed by going to this process, going to this system. You're already healed yourself. So that's the energy that they're telling me that they want you to put out. Two of Wands. So you're going to make a trip. You're traveling. You're going to make progress. You've been planning this for some time. You're going to leave home. That's what they're telling me, that this is part of the journey. And this is the Fool card. So you will go on a new beginning. This is part of the journey. You're taking this journey together, and trust in life again. Have that blind faith in God and Spirit. And I feel like this is something that a new opportunity is going to come. You're going to have that fulfillment that you've been, that new pleasure, that new beginning that you've been seeking. It's going to be some hard work. Okay. This is going to be something that's going to be a little slower moving, but it's going to come to fruition. Okay. He's working on it. It's something you're going to do. Routine. You're going to have to find new routines, as far as things you're going to do, and kind of take the responsibility as you've been doing, and kind of move forward with the health how you want. But it's going to be a slow moving. Like I said, you're going to have a new routine. The things that you're doing, you're changing routines. If you haven't already, you will. And this is something that's a work in progress. And then I have the Four of Wands at the base of my deck. So that tells me you're going to be celebration. There's going to be celebration. And you're going to have family get together, celebration. You're going to go somewhere. You're going to celebrate with others. I feel there's going to be some type of joy and get together that you guys are going to have in your future. And it's going to be very successful for you. So it's a work in progress. It won't be an immediate, I'm fixed, but I feel you're going to start to make progress and things will transition for you. Okay. And I hope that resonated, Sunflower. And thank you for the super sticker. New message for you, huh? Man, moving, to see what they get. All right. Well, the first card I pulled was the Two of Cups, so there's going to be a proposal coming to you. So I mean, somebody's going to come into your life. You're going to be. I feel like you're going to have a good relationship. Some proposal. There's going to be mutual attraction. This person that comes in your life, you're going to be very. You're going to have mutual attraction to each other. I feel. The Magician comes up. So I feel like you've been manifesting this already. I feel like this is something that you've been doing. You've been working on this. I feel like this is something that telling me as a magician that you are able to do that. You're able to manifest these things in your life, and I feel like you are doing that. You're in a transition period now with that Six of Swords. So you're moving out of troubled water. You're going to move into beautiful new beginning, but you have to let go of the emotional baggage. As I tell people with that Six of Swords, that's what it tells me. You're holding on to something. You got to let go of it from your past because that's part of the transition in this situation. Okay. So you're going to you're in a transition period. So I feel you're going to move too with that Six of Swords. There's going to be movement. You're going to move somewhere. I feel there will be some movement. And I have the Two of Wands. So yeah, start planning this. If you haven't already, I feel like you've been making plans. I feel like in the immediate future, there's travel plans coming. So that's another travel card for me. So there's going to be some travel. You will be moving. I feel, and this is something you're making progress. Keep planning this. Keep moving along. And I have the Fool card. So you have a new journey that's coming. You have a new journey that's coming, a new beginning. So I feel like this move is going to bring a new beginning. And I feel like there's somebody coming in your life with this move. You're going to have a new love life and a new place of residence. I feel the Knight of Pentacles. I feel that this person is going to be a very hard worker, very truthful, that you're going to meet. I also feel that that's with you. You have a routine. You're very responsible. I feel like that's something that you're working on. You're going to have choices. I feel you're going to have you've been having a lot of choices of what you might want to do. A lot of illusions. I feel like wishful thinking. I feel like that's kind of what they're telling me. Daydreaming. You're a daydreamer is what they're telling me. So I have Two of Pentacles. So you've been weighing your options of how you should proceed, moving forward or not, moving to a different place. So I feel like you have some things that you've been kind of weighing. And I feel yes, I feel like this is something with the Hierophant. Absolutely, I feel like you're going to have a very good financial. I mean, a very good financial life. I also feel with the Hierophant that you're connecting with spirit more. And I feel like that's how you manifest. You're helping manifest this reality by connecting to spirit and your spirit guides. And I feel there's some forgiveness. There's some forgiveness that also tells me that there's some forgiveness that needs to happen. Once again, that needs to happen. You need to forgive something that happened in your past. I feel like that's part of your journey because I feel like things are going to pick up speed for you. Eight of Wands. So you're going to receive some news. You're going to receive some news that you've been seeking or wanting to hear about some situation. And I feel like that this news that you have, possibly that you may have had some emotional pain, so maybe you've had news in your past or news that you've received or things that, or maybe you're worried about the news or how things are progressing is what I just felt. So I feel maybe you worry. You have a lot of worry about things that happened in your past and hoping they don't happen now. And you're trying to move forward. And I feel like that's something that I told you, I feel you have to let some things go that you've been holding on to for sure. They have the Nine of Pentacles, so you're going to be financially secure. You're going to be very independent and proud, and I feel like you're going to be very prosperous. The fruits of your labor are going to come to fruition. So you're going to be very prosperous wherever you go. Prosperous. You're going to be financially independent. So I feel like your message is you're going to be a strong, independent woman. Who's going to have somebody who's going to be mutually attracted to you, but also financially abundant. And the place you're going to move is going to bring you. You're going to be connected there. I feel like that's going to bring you something because I have the Six of Wands holding up my deck for the readings. It tells me that you're going to, that's a movement card again, victory. So I feel for both of those questions, victory's coming. Things are going to be acknowledged. You're going to start to see things move forward as you move in this journey, but you have to let things go. Okay. See, I'm trying to burp again. So it tells me something has to come out. You need to release some things, whatever the situations were that you have, release them with light and love and forgiveness. And I feel like you're going to start to open even more. Okay. And things will come to you a little bit smoother and quicker. I feel you're going to manifest things faster once you're able to release that emotional baggage. So I hope that resonated with you, Colleen. And thank you for the super sticker. All right. Internet issues. Everybody's got internet issues. All right. So I got the Six of Pentacles. So that tells me you saw something tangible that was real. Whatever it was that you saw was real. And I feel like and I have the Chariot, so it was gone. It was already moving. I feel like you caught it in between movement. I feel like that's where you saw. You actually saw it before it was gone, and then it moved. So I have they were here. I feel what you saw. I feel possibly that it was a dark ET because I have the devil card. I feel like whatever you saw, you might have seen was some type of dark ET that in that craft. Because I have the Queen of Wands, so that tells me like what I feel is that could have been you felt you maybe caught something that was that you I felt that they were determined almost for you to see them. That's what I just got. And I feel because you are starting connecting more intuitively with the High Priestess card, I feel energetically they made themselves known to you purposely so you could see them. And I feel like and I had the King of Swords. So, and I feel because you started to have conflict, like, did I just see what I thought I saw? So that's what I feel like it was proof. It was proof. It was proof for you that that stuff exists. The aliens exist. I feel like that was your if you haven't seen one before, it was an aha moment for you. That is what I got. And I had the Seven of Swords, so they were very strategic on that. As I mentioned, they planned for you to see them. It was strategic in nature. And I feel with the Four of Swords, there wasn't, I don't know if there was anyone around you, but that I get solitude. So it means I feel you were the only one that could see them at the time. If there was anybody else around you, that's what I get. You were I feel alone with that one. And I feel with the Seven of Pentacles, It's something that they're telling me that I feel it was to show you. Like I said, that's a show me. That's a the seeds have been well planted. So I feel like when it comes to that, that it's to show you something tangible. Like, yes, the things that you think is exactly what you just saw. So I feel that's the reason why that it was planned for some time. And I have the Ace of Wands. So yes, they purposely showed you that. And I feel it was to show you, to show you their powers. And I also feel it was to part of your growth, good or bad. I feel you connected and they showed themselves to you, but it was part of your growth, is what I was feeling. The Three of Cups. So I feel that. I feel that it was celebratory for you spiritually. I feel your guides connected you to see that for progress. So you weren't by yourself. You had your guides around you, and your angels. So I feel like it was a team effort in order for your vibrational level to see that quickly, and it was gone. So I feel like your guys were protecting you, but I feel there was a dark ET that was up there that you saw. And I feel it was a test of faith. That was a test of faith for you. I feel it was the aha moment, is what I got. So I feel like that was your ability to put that together, that exists, and it was something that they're telling me. So that tells me once again that you're protected. What you feel that you thought you saw is exactly what you thought what you saw. And I feel like that was energetically for a reason in order for you to progress, is why you saw your light beings and your off-worlders that are protect you were there with you to show you this is a bad ET. That's what I feel. I feel they're there to help educate you. Then that they're here to show you this, and I feel that you will connect with it later on a little bit more. It will start to make some sense. So, thank you, Rural Country. I hope that that resonated with you, and I appreciate the super sticker. Okay. First card I get is Five of Cups. So there's some type of fear. There's some, definitely, I see that. Loss, disappointment, I feel. I feel like if there's failure, I don't know if your daughter is afraid to upset people, is what I kind of get. But I have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel things are, she has a lot of ups and downs, unpredictable at times, how she feels. But I feel there's going to be a turning point for her that's going to be for the better. I feel with the Wheel of Fortune, good luck, good karma. I feel she's got a lot of burdens. I feel like she takes a lot on her. I feel energetically is what I'm feeling from her. Very in my stomach. I feel this very strongly right now for her. It's in my belly. So I feel like she holds a lot of pressure and tension in her stomach. Like I don't know if she has belly aches sometimes is what I feel. And I feel like there's some things that she has energetically that is on her. Like as far as she takes a lot of energies on, I feel like that's part of what she's dealing with right now. I feel as the Queen of Pentacles also that she needs nurturing. I feel from you more. I know you're very nurturing. I feel that, but I feel she needs more nurturing, maybe to understand she has special gifts. And I feel like it's for her to understand to release these things. She's very empathic. I feel, and I feel like this is something that is trying to put this into practice in some way. So some type of practice of how she can find alternative ways, maybe when she's feeling anxious or things of that nature. I feel speaking with her, you're a big part of this, with the nurturing with the mom is what I'm feeling right now. She holds on to a lot. Four of Pentacles, she's holding on to a lot. She has a lot on her plate spiritually, is what I feel. And I feel like it's a control thing. I feel she doesn't know how to control. That's what it's telling me right now. She's having a hard time controlling these emotions because of what she's feeling. Nine of Cups. So I feel like she tries to make sense of some of the things because she's so young that she tries to make sense of these. And I feel like it's emotional stability is she has roller coaster. So I feel that emotionally she's really going to be clingy to you more, or she wants mom to be more clear. So maybe you can find a way to communicate to her what maybe some of her gifts are and some of the things that she may be feeling, and then maybe find some and ask her maybe things she enjoys doing, maybe some things that really make her smile and joy, and maybe start to focus when she has these racing thoughts to maybe start to direct her to start thinking about the things that bring her joy. And I feel like that's something that's part of your journey as well, is she needs that nurturing in order to control this gift. As you see, my light is just constantly just lighting up and just going there. She needs help from you, I feel, to help make sense of some of these gifts. And I have the Emperor. So she needs a parent. She needs somebody to help her progress with this. I feel like this is something. I feel like she feels not protected at times. Maybe I feel that's part of it. I'm not saying you don't protect her, but I feel maybe spiritually she feels maybe a little vulnerable at the time because all this emotion I feel she gets it from a lot of places. I feel like she has a hard time focusing at times because of that, because of all these emotions that she's feeling. Because she feels a lot of heartbreak. I feel that she feels a lot of heartbreak and a lot of sorrow and anxiety. I feel she feels a lot of people's anxious, and their losses is what I feel. So I feel that she's maybe a routine. Maybe, like I said, finding a routine for her, some type of routine with that. It's something she's going to have to work on. It's going to take some time, and I feel like you're going to have to help her develop a routine when she starts to feel this way. Find alternative ways without going to the doctor. Just sit down and talk to her. See things that she really enjoys. See things that really ask her when she's feeling this, if maybe if she can try to explain to you how she's feeling, but don't push words at her. Just let her flow to you energetically with your heart open. So I feel you'll get more to that if you open your heart and just let her speak, let her tell it, and then from there, as from a generous loving perspective, you tell her, you try to feel her energy and try to give her routines, suggestions, love, support. And I feel like that's what she needs more. She needs to be hugged. I keep seeing hugging. She needs more of that embrace, because the heart to heart, when you touch chest to chest. And also, what I want you to do is grab her by her face lightly, and I want you to lightly kiss her third eye with love. Okay? And I want you to let her know it's okay, because that's what Spirit just told me to tell you, is kiss her third eye gently and tell her things. She's learning things are going to progress for her. Okay. And you're there to help her. You're there for that. And she's not alone, because she's got a lot of conflicts, a lot of things she's dealing with, a lot of mental conflicts about how she should process it. Even though she's young, she has a lot of things that she's conflicted about up here because of knowledge that she's had from previous lives. So she needs a knight in shining armor. So she needs a creative way to express her anxiety. That's what I just got. So if she likes to draw, like I said, a routine, if she's got something she likes to do, she likes to sing, whatever it is that brings her the joy when she starts to have that, that's something that you'll start to develop with her. Learn which that's what I feel. There's got to be a creative way for her to outlet this. Okay. And I feel like she holds it in because she's told from schools and all that, you know, be quiet, stay quiet. If she's a talker, she's bottling all this stuff up that she's trying to make sense of. So you're the knight in shining armor. She's got a lot of ideas. She's very inquisitive. She learns a lot of things, very smart. But things are going to come back. Harmony is going to come back to her life with the Four of Wands. Your family life will be harmonious again, okay? There's going to be joy, celebration. So it's coming, okay? There's going to be transition for her, moving out of troubled waters with that Six of Swords holding up my deck. So things are moving along. Things are going to transition for her, okay? So just continue to be the guiding light that she needs you to be. And I hope that helped Cecilia, and I'm sending you light and love, and I'm sending it to your daughter as well, and healing. And I hope that resonated with you. And thank you for the super sticker. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Mr. Dennis. Always got a general reading for you. All right. Two cards just flew out of my deck. Why don't you be the King of Cups? That'd be funny. Ha! So the two cards that flew out of my deck shuffling was the Star card and the World card. So let me. That's awesome. So you're an off-worlder. Say that already. And you're here to change the world so far. That's what I'm getting. All right. So then I have the Fool card. So you have three major arcanas in the first three cards. So I feel like they're telling me that you're in a spiritually, there should be some good omens coming to you if you haven't already. You're in a rejuvenation period. So I feel like you're learning a lot about yourself, even more spiritually than you have before. So they're telling me that this is something you're completing, you're accomplishing things. I feel like you're making progress in this journey. And I feel like there's fulfillment. I feel like you're starting to enjoy your life a little bit more because you're learning a different perspective of how you proceed with your day to day life. I feel like this is something you're learning. Once again, this is a new journey. You're learning possibilities, new possibilities for you. You're learning something. You have, that blind faith again, that adventure, wanting to learn new things. I feel as you're moving forward. I have the Ace of Cups. So that tells me that you're flowing with information, you're flowing with knowledge, and you also are very loving. And I feel you give a lot of love and your energy out to others as well as that's something you're telling me spiritually. You're very intuitive and you're spiritually connected. Page of Wands. So I feel what they're telling me is that you've been inspired. Something inspires you. You've been more inspired lately. You've been inspiring others through your interactions. And I feel that there's I feel like you're here, you have an excitement, you're having to help progress people. I feel like you're excited to do that. I feel like this is something to bring your free spirit. I see a very free spirit for you. And I feel like this is something as far as freedom. I feel like you're more free now that I feel that you're expanding. You feel more free now than you've ever been. I feel like in your life, and you're also helping free others. That's what they're telling me. You're helping free others. I have the Knight of Swords. So that tells me you're a fighter. So you're fighting for others. You're ambitious. You take action. You defend your beliefs, and I feel you defend others is what they're telling me with. And you take action. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. You're very good at manifesting things. You're going to be financially secure, and I feel like this is prosperity. You're bringing prosperity to others. And that could be through knowledge, spirituality, and eventually, I feel financially, you're going to be able to help many people financially, is what I feel. And the Hierophant, you're very trustworthy. You're very wise. People attract to your energy, and I feel like you're very traditional in a lot of things that you feel, but I also feel you think outside the box as well a lot. So I feel like that's part of people kind of attract to your energy that way. And I have the Two of Pentacles. So you're adapting. You're learning to adapt to this new beginning, is what they're telling me. You're learning to adapt to the changes in your life. and you're learning to adapt to the environments around you that you've been part of. You've been very good at adapting, is what they told me, throughout your whole life, and you're continuing to evolve, and you're finding balance again with the things that you've been learning. And then I have the justice card. So things are working out for you. You're here to help bring law and order. Here to bring, I feel like, equality to all. That's your mission here. I also feel like you're just, you're very fair in the things. Even though you've been betrayed, I feel, in your past, and you've had some rough things that's happened to you in your past. But I feel you still are very just and you're very kind. And I feel like you're here to help others with that along the way, to bring just, fair, win-win scenario for all. Because there's a tower moment. Like I said, you've had rough times in your past, but I also feel that there's something coming to humanity that's going to be very disruptive. And I feel like that's part of what you're here to do. King of, or the Queen of Swords. So it tells me, yes, you're very independent. You have strong boundaries. You're very truthful. You're very independent. So I feel like that's part of what you do. You're here to help. You're here to present information, truths, help people understand things that may need a little nudging and may not understand things. I feel you help people think outside the box at times, with some of the things that you do. So you have a very good, you're very perceptive of things, and you've had some challenges, but you're very good at meeting them, and you're very good at moving through them, and maintaining control. So things are moving forward for you now. They're going to pick up speed for you with your gifts. You're going to start to receive more intuitive messages. If you haven't already, you're going to start to receive them more. And I feel like this is something you're going to start to manifest even quicker. If you haven't already, you're going to start to be able to manifest very quickly, moving forward. Yep. So, and I have the Chariot. So that's why I'm going to leave it. So you're making progress. You're here to move the yourself as well as humanity along in this journey. So you're making progress. Things are going to be very victorious, for you. And I feel like you've been led this way. Your willpower has been challenged at times, but you've pushed forward, and this is part of your journey, and you're progressing very, very, very well. And you're also helping people transition in this journey as well. So I hope that resonated with you, Mr. King of Cups, and thank you for the super sticker. All right. So no more. If you haven't already, I don't know how far I am. So if you're in the chat, no more questions. I'm going to try to keep this as quick as I can. So if you see that anymore in the chat, please, no more super chats. Thank you. So yes. So first card I got was the Six of Cups. That's a nostalgia card. So that's something that's happened in the past. So this is a past life. So yes, and that's a gift. So a message came to you, a gift, nostalgia. And it's Temperance card. So yes, Temperance, divine intervention. So David, yes, very connected to the Bible supposedly, and God. And I feel like you did absolutely. Because I have the Hermit card. So it tells me, yes, spiritually, I feel you connected. You've traveled with that Hermit card. You were things were illuminated for you, with that Hermit card. And I have the Lovers card. So yes, I feel like you've done that. I feel like it was something, with the Lovers card, like as far as, just being able to, that balance. I feel like the Lovers card. So it came to you out of love. I feel like that's how you connected. It was something out of love. As far as, that's why the message you received was, they were coming to you from a place of love to bring you balance. And I feel like it was during some type of, meditation, or, something along the line, because I have a meditation card, the Four of Cups. So it tells me that this is something that you got in a vision, and I feel like it was a gift for you. And it's a Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, they're telling me that this is exactly right. So I feel like this is something that you did. It was something that you're manifesting, your gifts you've been working on, you've been meditating. I feel like the long-term view, they've told you that this is how you've been so many times in these lives. So I feel like it was a long-term view for you to say, look where you've come from and look where you are today. So I feel like that's what they're telling me is you've made progress. So they've showed you your progress with the seeds well planted. So it also is telling me that there's some time meditation once again that comes up, but you're in a renewal, you're in a rest. I feel like this is something they're telling you that you've been renewed throughout these journeys, and it was to bring you inspiration and to bring you clarity with the Ace of Wands. So I feel like that was something that they did to show you you made progress, new opportunities, you made growth, you've moved along in your journey, and I feel like this is something that they wanted to portray to you. So I hope that that resonated with you, Moniqueness, and thank you for the super sticker. Can you tell me if my youngest daughter will marry? All right. I feel she's had some heartbreak in her past with lovers. That's what I feel. She's kind of jaded. So I feel like she had some emotional pain, and I feel like she took that emotional pain and she put it into her career, as you mentioned, with that Queen of Pentacles. So she's used that energy and that heartbreak to progress her overall other situation of her love. And I feel like she's a worker. She's a hard worker. She's practical. I also feel like that's where she's to provide for herself financially is what she's doing. But I also feel moving forward, she's maybe very good in her career. She's been recognized in her career. She's very victorious. She's very self confident in herself, I feel. But I also feel like she has some options. I feel she avoids things sometimes. She may be avoiding relationship. I feel like she does because she's got some conflict she works on. How her manage her home life with her work life. So I feel like she's got some decisions that she always weighs about how she wants to proceed, because I feel like it's she knows she's been very rewarded in her career. She's been very she's financially independent. I feel like she's self-sufficient. So I feel like that brings her pride in this situation. But I feel she's been betrayed. I feel she's been betrayed and heartbroken in her past, is what I feel. And she's very strategic. But I feel things are going to change for her. She's going to have some type of karmic change with the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel moving forward, inevitable fate, I feel things are going to change for the better. And I have the Knight of Pentacles. So someone's going to come towards her. Someone that it's going to take some time, but I feel someone's going to come towards her. This person's going to be very hardworking. That's going to come to her. And I feel like she's going to understand they're going to have some of that same connectedness as far as being practical, being a hard worker, being productive, manifesting the things that they wanted to manifest. So I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is going to come to her. But I feel the Knight of Pentacles, she's going to have those conflicts she's going to have to deal with, as I mentioned with the Knight of Pentacles. Someone's going to come to her, but she's going to have that to conflict of how she wants to proceed. But I feel she's going to be inspired. She's going to try to explore it. I feel she will try to explore a relationship with that Page of Wands. That's an explorer card for me. I feel like there's going to be something, maybe some excitement about maybe branching out eventually. And I have the Ace of Cups. So I feel like there will be some love. There will be a proposal in her future. I feel that there will be proposal and a love. And I feel like that's something that will come. And I feel like there's something that she's gonna have these. She goes through. And my light gets brighter. So she goes through these phases. I feel with her own conflicts of pursuing a relationship or not because of her past. So I feel she needs to release some of these things that she's had from her past. I feel like that's what's been holding her back. I feel like she's like, I don't need anybody. I can do it myself. I don't need somebody around. Is what I feel right now because I feel it in my chest right here that there's something that in her heart that she's been hurt. I feel it right here. So I feel like she's got something to release, and I feel like when she does that, if she has to work on that, which she is, I feel like she's going to have a breakthrough. She will make some progress. There will be some plans made. I feel things are going to come. There's going to be traveling. All that stuff is going to happen. Okay, so I feel in the future as this goes, she's got to work through that, and she will. And someone's going to come to her that's going to be exciting. Someone she's going to connect with in multiple levels. I feel that's going to she's going to have that conflict again of should I pursue or not. But I feel she's going to just kind of let go at that point, and I feel like she's going to take those baby steps, and things are going to progress for her. And I hope that resonated with you, Mimi's girl. And thank you for the super sticker. All right. Well, let's find out. The Council of 12 Guides, and what is my purpose into the future? Okay. First card I got is the King of Cups. So that tells me like I feel that yes, that you do work with them. That's a compassionate, empathic energy. I feel like it's something that, and I have the Moon card after, so intuitively, yes, I feel like that's part of what you work with guides intuitively. I have the Judgment card, so it tells me yes that I feel like this is part of your calling, part of your awakening. I feel like this is something that they're doing because I have that. There's Five of Cups after that. So there's some. I feel like there's when you ask about your purpose. I feel because there's loss and you work with these guides, a council of 12 guides. I feel like because there's loss and there's regrets and there's a lot of things that you help that you're learning because I have the high priestess. So I feel like these are intuitive messages. You're very in tuned. I feel like this you're very sensitive. So I feel like this is some like a moral. I feel very high morals. So I feel like this is something that you work with them about because I have the Three of Pentacles. So it tells me it's a teamwork. So definitely collaboration, something you're building. And I feel like this is something you're working with them about. And I have the Ten of Pentacles after that. So it tells me that you're working on something to fulfill your legacy here in this purpose and in this lifetime. And I feel like for the legacy you're going to leave behind as well as you transition is what I feel. You're going to bring harmony. I have the Sun card, so I feel you're here to bring harmony, joy, peace, vitality back to yourself and others around you on this journey because something has to come to an end. I have the 10 of Swords. So something has to complete. There's going to be some endings that needs to happen. Loss. I feel like that's something that you're here for after this is from the loss. And I feel like this is something they're telling me that you once again you're here. I feel like this council helps bring clarity for you. And I also help that there's authority, maybe like there's some type of authority around just like in the light, like okay, there's a hierarchy. That's what I mean. There's a hierarchy of things that tells me that your involvement in it because they support you and you also support others. I have the Three of Cups, so definitely celebration, collaboration. I feel like your job is to help bring happiness, fulfillment to your community, to your home, to your family life around you, others around you. Celebration. That's something that we don't do enough of is celebrate our life, even if we have not good things, but we need to celebrate more, is what they're telling me. And that's what they're doing. because there's going to be some loss, disappointments, walking away from things. So I feel like that's something, leaving behind the old. There's conflicts. I feel like that's what they work with you. There's going to be conflicts. We're going to leave behind the old. There's going to be things as we move forward. King of Pentacles. So that tells me that you're here to bring prosperity to others. You're here to reestablish yourself. You're very generous. You're going to be very abundant. So they tell me that you're going to use these gifts that you have to be able to help yourself and to help others around you. So I feel like your purpose, and I have the Knight of Swords, so you're going to take action. You're going to fight for the little guy or whatever you want to call it, the people around you. You're fighting energetically for yourself by working on yourself, but you're also going to be helping others by helping them, by being a supportive system for them, by taking action, helping them take action. I feel like you're very action oriented when you do things. So that's what they're telling me, is you're going to start putting things into action that will move this journey along for you. Okay, and I hope that this resonated with you, and I appreciate the super sticker. Life back. Well, those are two different questions, so we will see what we get. So I get Nine of Pentacles for your sister. So yes, she will. She's gonna get her rooting back, her footing back. I feel she's gonna be prosperous again. But it's something she's gonna have to work on. She's working on it. She's gonna be prosperous in it. And I feel like there's been a lot of deception, a lot of things that's gone on in her with her life. She's felt betrayed a lot. So I feel like but I also feel like she's going to be very strategic. She has to continue to strategize, how, getting better, progressing, moving forward as she's been doing, because it's going to take some hard work. I have the Knight of Pentacles, so very hard work that she's working on. She's got to go through this. She's gonna have a routine. She's gonna learn a routine. She's gonna persevere. I have the Two of Pentacles, so she's got things she's trying to weigh. So I feel like she's gonna have some fulfillment, because I have the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel things are gonna come to completion for her. She's gonna have breakthroughs. I feel like things are gonna start to fall back into place for her, and I feel like she's gonna get her footing again. That's what I kind of get for her on that one. But I'm going to pull some questions on your second one. I hope that resonated with you, Low Angel. So I would say yes. I see all yes cards. So she's got to keep pushing forward, be strategic, and then I'm going to look about the UFO on your top of your family home. Okay. First card I get is the Temperance card. So they're there, I feel, to support you. Queen of Cups. That's a nurturing card. That's a supportive card. That's a healing card. So I feel like this is something that they were here to bring you hope, healing for your family, because I feel that there's maybe some loss that was going on at the time. Maybe some ill health, maybe something that they're trying to correct for you guys. I feel like they were there to bring renewal and help, because I feel like that's what they were there for. Because I feel that maybe there was some type of tower moment or something that was going on, maybe at the time, or maybe your family went through, or someone in your family I feel went through, is why I feel like because I have the Ten of Cups. So yeah, I feel like maybe there was something that went on with your family, and I feel like they came there because this UFO, I feel, was family members coming to visit you from off world. And I feel like that's what they're there. They were there as family to check in, to bring you hope, to bring you renewal and healing because of some loss or something that was going on that was disruptive for you guys, is what I felt they were here for. The Queen of Wands. So yes, I feel like it was something they were doing. It was to help. It was honestly to bring the joy back in your life, to bring that zest back into your home or into your energetic fields. I feel that was missing. The magician, so they manifested themselves so you could see them, and they're telling me that this was something that um, I felt it brought clarity to whatever was going on. Their intervention brought clarity to what was going on with the magician card. And I have it was out of love, the 2 of Cups. So it was there as a message. They were there to bring love. They were there to bring hope. And I feel like there was something you're connected to them. That's the reason why they showed up to you at your home, was because you're connected to them and they were there to bring you love and hope. And I have the world card holding up my deck. So that tells me that they're off world and they travel to you in order to help you guys overcome some of those difficulties, and move forward in your journey as a family, and individually. So I feel like they came there to support you. And I hope that resonate with you, Low Angel. And thank you for the super sticker. All right. Lone Star Galaxy. First card I get is the 8 of Wands. So I feel like you're getting downloads. You're getting energetic downloads, is what I'm feeling. I feel like you're getting a lot of news, a lot of energy upgrades. I feel like that's what you're feeling, and it's coming at you rapidly. That's why I feel you've been kind of all over the place. And I have the Judgment card after that. So this is something that is coming to you. I mean, I feel like you're being awakened. I feel like you're getting downloads and things that you may not make sense of right now, but you're getting downloads. And this is something that you're doing. This is something that's part of your journey. It had to happen with the karmic. This is karmic in nature. Your inner calling is starting to come out. So I feel like this is what you've been viewing more. The Empress card. So I feel like this is a gift to you, even though you may not feel like it. It will be, and it is a gift. So things are coming to you. You're evolving. That's what they're telling me. You're evolving, and you're using this. They want you. You're developing things. So they're telling me you're giving you these downloads so you can develop. You can develop to help others, because these things you're getting, you're going to be able to in turn help others with the Empress card, nurture them, heal them, be very motherly in nature. Doesn't mean literally being a mother, but just being supportive and loving and healing, nurturing. The Page of Cups. So yes, intuitively, you're getting a lot of intuitive downloads, energetic downloads, and I feel like you're becoming more sensitive to things, of what they're telling me. The Strength, and they told me to be you're able to handle it energetically, even though you may not feel right, but you're telling me your Strength card, you're able to handle it. You're strong, you're courageous. Be strong. Don't be afraid of it. Okay. The things are coming to you, that this is to develop you, and to be open. This is a gift, to be open to the love and to receiving that. And I feel like that's what they're telling me. But I feel like it's causing you some anxieties, or you're feeling emotionally with that 9 of Swords, maybe some sleepless nights, some kind of feeling weird, not feeling right energetically. So I feel like that's something, it's going to pass. Okay. Because I have the Page of Pentacles, so it's going to pass. And then that new beginning, you're manifesting, things are coming to you. It's going to be a tangible thing that you're going to be able to use. So these energy downloads that you're processing will become tangible at some time, moving forward. So you're developing. Okay, don't be afraid, is what they're telling me. This is part of your journey. I know there's some burdens. There's going to be some energetic things you're feeling. Going to feel heavy, very burdensome, but it's not. It's something you're going to work through. It's going to come to an end. The 10 of Swords. So I have a lot of 10. So this is all going to come to an end. All the weird feeling and all these things that you've been getting downloaded, it's going to come to an end. Okay. And it's not going to be unpleasant, but it's not going to be pleasant. Let's put it that way. You're going to have some moments where it's a little unpleasant, and sometimes it's not going to be so bad, but it's going to come to an end. I have the Moon card. So these are intuitive messages. This is trust your intuition. These are things that are brought to light for you, that you're starting to get these upgrades. And it's what it's telling me, you're empathic. So you're feeling the energies of others. So I feel like your gifts are opening, you're feeling a lot of things, you're very supportive. But also tell me you're supported from spirit. for sure. So we need to leave behind. We're leaving behind the old. That's what it's telling me. You're transitioning. You're moving. You're moving from the old into the new. That's why you're getting these downloads and these upgrades that you keep getting. There's conflict. You're going to feel that. You're going to feel the obstacles. Your body's fighting this. That's what you're feeling. The conflict's going on. But it's all going to come to fruition with the King of Pentacles. Okay, so it means you're going to have new skills. You're going to have these things are going to be tangible for you. You're going to be able to use them for good use. You're going to be able to nurture, help yourself as well as others. So I feel like this is something you're learning. You're going to be abundant. Okay, so there's a lot of things coming to you. So release the fears. I know it seems like a lot, but this is going to benefit you in the long run, and you're going to open up new gifts. And I hope that they resonate with you, Lone Star Galaxy. And thank you for the super sticker. Was I King Tut in a previous? That's an interesting story. Let's find out, shall we? You want to hear something funny? I'm not even going to pull any more cards, man. I'm shuffling the card, and the card that I pulled out was the King of Wands. The King of Wands. You ask if you were King Tut, Mr. King of Cups? That tells me yes, you were King Tut. You were a leader of others for sure. And I have the Queen of Pentacles, so that tells me that yes, you had abundance of resources available to you. You were a leader of others. You were royalty because that's a king and a queen. You're royalty. So I feel like you had some challenges. You overcome a lot of challenges, but I feel very, very much so. You were very much a leader. So I feel that you were King Tut in a previous, and I have the star card after that. So yes, I've got 3 strong yeses for you. That tells me absolutely that you were for sure in one iteration of your timelines. You were definitely looks like the King Tut, and that's pretty awesome. I mean, that's literally what I feel like. Wow. So yeah, very strongly. I got 3 strong yes cards for you, Mr. Dennis, and thank you for. I hope that resonated with you, and I thank you for the super sticker. All right, let's find out, Chuck. I'm gonna I'm gonna look at my ancestor cards for this one because there's a lot of spirituality in that one too. Let's see what they have. Okay, I love how spirit works. So, first card I pull is the Air Guardian. Okay. So, your perception means shift your perception. So, I feel like you already know, but you second guess. So, that's just telling me they want you to change your perception of things. Then I have the Elder card. When you ask if you're an old soul, that's what that card came out was Elder. So, yes, you're move beyond ancestral patterns is what that tells me. That tells me that you need to there's something that you have. You're a very old soul, and there's some patterns that have been developed as you moved along in your journey. I have the Sun card. So yes, I feel you're a very old soul, and you are a star seed. That tells me like this is you're here to bring joy, success, happiness. Is I feel like this is what your mission is. Then I have the Autumn card. So I feel like this was part of your journey to releasing the old. Yes, your old soul. Yes, but you have to release some of these old things that's happened to you. You're in a resting phase, a renewal phase with that Autumn card. So I feel like this is your journey as you moved along, and that you're learning things. You're progressing in this journey. I have the Water Guardian. So I feel like when it comes to this, water is emotional. So I feel like these are things you've expanded your scope spiritually, emotionally. And I feel like that's things you're working on, controlling your emotions a lot more. I feel like that's something that you're working on. You've been building each lifetime, you're continuing to progress. Because I have the magic guardian after that. So I have the air guardian, the water guardian, the magic guardian. So I feel like you had multiple lifetimes where you're able to. There's a lot of, like I said, the magic guardian. So you have a lot of gifts, a lot of things that you've manifested. The magic inside of you, as it mentions, that you're able to progress, and you're able to manifest things and move forward amicably. And I have the winter card. So you've taken care of your needs, as I mentioned. That's what they're telling me. You're able to move forward. You're also very protective, I feel, of yourself and others. So I feel like you've moved in this journey very, very well. Then I have spring. So your seeds have grown well. So you're progressed. You've made progress, long-term view. You're continuing to progress in your journey. So that's what it's telling me, that you have many lifetimes you've been around. And I feel you are a star seed. And I have a seer, the seer card. So the seer card tells me that you have intuitive messages. You kind of see outside the bigger picture. You're learning that more. You connect more with spirit. You're very intuitive. So it tells me star seed for sure. And I feel like you're a very old soul who's very connected to. I have the high priest card holding up the base of my deck. So I feel intuitively, yes, that you're very high. You connect with high spirits. And I feel like many lifetimes you've been here in order to progress your journey and help others along as well. And I hope that that resonated with you, Mr. Chuck. And thank you for the super sticker. All right. Three eagles. All right. Well, I'm going to use this same deck then, my ancestor cards. Watch there be an eagle come out in your reading, I bet. Let's see if it does. First card I get is the moon card. So I feel that these eagles were, it was intuitive messages you were receiving. This is messages that you get. So I feel like they were messengers. They kept coming to you. Medicine guardian. So it tells me that they were there to bring you hope and healing, believe it or not. I feel spiritually that you were connected. They were bringing you messages and healing is what they're there to do. Medicine mother, once again. So I have two medicine cards. So I feel like this is something your inner knowing. I feel you kind of knew when you saw them, like, wow, there's a reason why they're here. So I feel like you kind of knew, but you didn't know. But I feel like they were there to support you, to show you. I feel like they brought you intuitive messages that you may not understand now, but you will. And I also feel that they're bringing you healing. I have the mirror guardian. So I feel that they're telling you that to reflect inside. So it tells me, I feel like there's some things that you maybe you're trying to work through in your own personal way, that they're telling you that you need to reflect. So I feel like that's something that they're showing you, that you're getting these messages that they want you to look into at yourself, and as you've been doing, reflect on yourself. Then I have the star ancestor. So that tells me that that's your soul. I feel like they come to you. They're travelers. They travel to you. And I feel like they're your relatives or some off world that's come to you through the eagles, and they're telling me that they want you to continue to soul search as you have been doing. I feel like these are ways that you're getting these intuitive messages and these things that are coming to you because you're searching for them. You're trying to connect more to your divine guidance, and the divine above. I have the guardian angel. So I feel that they come to you. These are guardian angels that come to you. They're manifesting themselves to you. So I feel like that's what they're telling me, that this is, you're not alone. That's what they're telling you. You're not alone. So I feel like that's why they manifested in so many, is to show you that it's not just one, you have many. So I feel like that's what they do. They came there to help you. I have the wise one. So the wise one, that tells me, and actually she's holding, there's an owl and she also has a raven on her. So there's two birds in that card. So that tells me that you're growing. You're growing in your situation. So I feel like that's what they're telling you, is they're showing you progress, showing you're not alone, showing you your growth because you're noticing these things, and that's what they're acknowledging. So I have the sage card. So that tells me that you've been committed, you're devoted to learning about yourself and working on yourself, and moving forward. So that's what they're acknowledging that. So that's what they wanted to tell you. They're acknowledging that they bring you good health and they bring you acknowledgement. And they're travelers. So they're telling me you're going to move in a new direction. So you're moving in a new direction. They're acknowledging it. So they're travelers. They come here. They come here, and that's how they travel to you. And that's how they manifest it at this time. And then guess what card came out last that I wasn't going to pull anymore? Like I told you was coming out before I even pulled cards. The eagle. So see from a higher perspective. I knew that card was coming, Chrissy, before I even started pulling. So that tells me that they want you to see as you're doing. You're expanding your knowledge. You're seeing a different perspective, seeing a lot of different things. So they're acknowledging that you're not alone. As I mentioned, you're progressing. So they're telling me that that's how they come to you. And you may notice other things besides eagles. They have creative ways that your guardian angels come and watch over you. And I feel like that's what they did for you today. So you could see that, or whenever you saw this. So I hope that resonated with you, Chrissy, and thank you for the super sticker. Like I said, don't forget, guys, leave me some comments. I really appreciate them. So I can get some feedback. Mama Sabe. I don't think so. What I feel you've been here a few times, at least three. And I feel like I get the strength card, so I feel like you're very you continue to you're strong. You're a strong spirit. So I feel like this is something you've been growing. You've been growing into your own. You've been learning and growing, and you have the strength in order to do this and continue to come back into this earth plane, or these timelines. I have the Three of Cups, so I feel like you've been here multiple times. And I feel like this is something. This is a celebration. I feel like this is part of your growth. And I feel with the Page of Wands, every time you come, you have limitless potential. You're a free spirit. So I feel like this, you were inspired to come here. You wanted to come here. You want to continue to inspire others, is why you come back to help others progress, because there's conflicts here. You've had conflicts with that Five of Swords. There's conflicts. So I feel like that's why you keep coming back, is to help the conflicts. I have the Judgment card. So it tells me that this is your calling. This is karmic in nature. This is what your process is. It's an inner calling for you. So I feel like this is something you volunteered to do, divinely. And I feel like this was a calling that you asked, then God and the divine says, this is what you're meant to do. So I feel like you help this is something that you're doing, as I mentioned, the Empress. So I feel like you're here to help nurture, help progress. I feel like you're very motherly in nature anyway, and very, very just nurturing. And I feel like that's part of your job, is when you've come here to help nurture people through this conflict that's been going on, is what I feel. And I feel like you're very creative. And I feel like there's a lot of things like intuitive messages you get, or you are very connected to source and to spirit. You're very sensitive. And this is, you've been here multiple times, the journey. So every time you come here, it's a brand new journey for you, a new beginning, that new zest for life, that new childlike, beginning is what you come here to do, because that's what you want. You want others to be able to experience that. So that's why you keep coming back into this reality, in order to help people progress in this journey. Because I have the Nine of Pentacles at the base of my deck. So you're very, this to help people become sovereign, connected, be abundant for all, luxurious, self-sufficient. I feel like you're very nurturing and down to earth and grounded and rooted. So I feel like that's why you've been here multiple times, is to help others as well. So I feel like that's what your journey is, and that's what you're doing, and that's what you'll continue to do until your mission is finally completed in your lifetimes and you've ascended. So continue to do what you're doing. Nurture others, nurture yourself, and this is your calling. This is something you volunteered to do with the divine. And thank you for the super sticker, Mam Sabe. And Tracy see if they're putting her to bed at 3 a.m. on recording. So I got an Ace of Swords, first card. So that's a mental clarity. So that's a victorious card. So when you ask if that's what it is, that's exactly what it was because that's a mental clarity card for me. And I feel like this is empathically, this energy was attracted to you. Whatever you saw, King of Cups. I feel like this energy was transitioning. This energy was passing through. Is what I feel because of something that happened. There's some type of disagreement energetically or something that they're passing along because of something that they left behind. Some type of disagreement. Some type of I feel like maybe some tension is the reason why this energy was transitioning. And I have the 10 of cups. So that tells me, yes, I mean, what you saw, what your family was involved is exactly what you thought it was. But I also feel that this was transitioning, but I feel like this it moved on. Whatever this was is gone, and it's on a new journey. It was a transitory energy. I don't know how else to explain it. I feel it was there, and then it's gone, and I feel energetically it's not there any longer. And I feel you're still conflicted about if this thing is hanging around or not. Is what I feel because I have the 5 of Swords. That's a mental confliction. So I feel so just to let you know, I have the Judgment card after that. So this spirit is passed on, it's been judged, it's been moved on. Okay, that's what it just I just got. I just got that it's been judged, it's been moved on. All is okay. You're very well protected, and that's what it's telling me. And I have the Queen of Wands, so that tells me be courageous. You already know. Don't be afraid. That's what I feel like. There's some doubts and so don't be afraid. And I feel like because I want you to know with that Judgment card, you're divinely protected. Realize that, okay? You're divinely protected. And then the Magician card. So that tells me that they manifested to you and they're gone. Okay, it means you have the tools to continue to keep them out of your energetic field. Like I said, I feel like and that's just that energy, other energies. I mean, so I feel like this is something that they manifested to you for a reason because they were transitioning, they were on their way out, and I feel like that was the situation. And I feel like they were attracted to your energy. That's what I feel with the Two of Cups. They were attracted to your energetic field, so I feel like that's something that they were connected to, or they were drawn to it, is what I got. And then I got the Temperance card. So it tells me the divine intervened, and set that spirit on its way. Your guides helped you. God helped you. You're very protected. You're very. That's what they're telling me. It's not to worry. They've already traveled. The Three of Wands is at the base of my deck, so that tells me that they've already made that transition and traveled. So that's what they were doing. So Tracy, release. If you've been had any fears, this energy is gone. I know it. I feel it in my heart. So it's already been transitioned. So hope that resonated with you, Tracy, and thank you for the super sticker. Cool. I think we're there almost, guys. Holy crap. I have so much I got to go through. Cool. All right, guys. I think I got them all. And like I said, if I missed your question, I'll look through the chat after I'm done, and if I missed it, I will answer it in the comment section. So look for it. If I didn't get to your question tonight, I think I got everybody. But before we go, I actually want to just do a quick little healing with you guys, as we always do. I feel like that's important for some of you, like who I just read for. I feel like there's some things that we need to release, and we need to know that you're protected divinely. So what I want you to do, I'm just going to call in some energy for the healing. Okay, so I'm going to call this in now. I want you to close your eyes. All of you, you don't need any sage or anything like that. Just close your eyes. And I want you to think of something that brings joy to your heart. And I want you to open your heart to love. And I want you to forgive the things that you need to forgive, including yourself. And you need to forgive energies, people that have hurt you, that you've hurt, experiences that still stick with you. You need to release those and to not live in fear any longer. If you experience these things in the spirit that you see, I know it's a little unsettling, but don't be afraid. You're divinely protected, and you need to believe that in your heart, that God has protected you from the moment you've been, He created you. And I want you to have this love in your heart. And I want you to pull this energy in that you've given away so freely. And I want you to pull it in through your heart and through your head, top of your head, and through the bottom of your feet. Pull this energy in that you've given away. And I want you to say so confidently in from your heart space and not your mind, I am confident. I am protected. I am loved. I am worthy. I am healing and I am healed. I am ascending and I am a divine being and creation of God. I no longer let things from my past affect my present or future. I am sending increased light and love, frequency and vibration to all energies in all of existence that need healing, that need love, that need just to move on into the light. I am releasing. I am no longer defined by things from my past. I am renewed. I am loved. I am light. I am truth. I am divine. I am. So be it, and so it is. So I'm going to go through, like I said, and read all the comments. I really appreciate all you guys who've given me super stickers. I hope that this resonated with you guys. I want you to spread your light. Spread that light, okay? Just spread your light from everything you need to do. Even when it's hard, that's when you push, okay? But also nurture yourself. Nurture yourself. That's where it starts, as we talk about. You can't progress spiritually if you're not releasing things from your past. We have a lot of karmic past lives, things we have to work through. That's what you're learning in this lifetime as well. We have to overcome these karmic cycles, and we do that by working on ourselves. Okay? Stay strong. Be the light. Be the divine being that you were meant to be. All right? I'm sending you guys all light and love. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for all the super stickers. And I love you guys, and we'll connect again soon, okay? I'm sending you all light and love. Soldier of Light, out.